Okay, now, official stream start, ladies and gentlemen. Everything together. We have now, for the beginning of the farm, for the grind, we have... Oh, where's the materials? We have 22,000 sigil powder. The goal is around 14,000 sigil powder, okay? My Book of the Dead is set to elemental resistance, even though that is kind of bugged right now and doesn't work correctly. We are going to just rush like a maniac through, and this is a glyph I choose because I think Renegade's Retreat is the perfect one to do. Why Renegade's Retreat? The enemy, like, have you ever been in that nightmare dungeon? The enemy density is immense. Like we're talking like absolute crazy. Let's turn this one off. And the problem is, or the good thing is, but you gotta actually kill everything now in here. So we're not just merely like we're killing and then we're checking if anything dropped, because that's the thing. It's not only good to just go really fast through the dungeon. We need to go fast through or kill everything fast. But as we're killing everything, you need to actually also check does something drop by now, because that's the thing, right? We're actually looking for nightmare sigils. We're not just looking to beat nightmare dungeons. We're looking for the actual sigils that will come out of these guys. By the way, this is also the shadow build that we're planning to play for the Abattoir of Zir, in case you're wondering. Yes, this is set shadow build that is also having copious amounts of armor, undeniable, undeathy dying levels of tankiness. I mean, we can just walk into everything and we just get everything destroyed, right? Hey, Kosh, thank you for the 1080 bitty titties. Appreciate it. So that's our shadow build we're planning to play, which I think will turn out very good because we can't even scale our damage high enough in normal dungeons. It's kind of like the fun part about this. Like, minions don't live long enough to essentially take the damage you need to deal to them, right? By the way, technically, yes, you could just rush through the dungeons and hope that the end of dungeon reward is actually going to give you something. Bron, I'm alone. Thank you, Bron. I'm doing things solo right now. I want to see how far we get. Oh, there, one already. That's perfect. I mean, one is kind of like just making up for the one I just lost, right? That's the problem. So one is cool, but at the same time, one just makes up for the one I just lost. You have nothing for me to offer. A lethal shrine. But it just dropped from a complete normal elite, right? So nothing even special. No one had to die there. Do we use our curse way too rarely, chat? I completely forget to use my curse. Even though it's a flat damage multiplier, but it's just not needed for these lads here. You know, just not needed for the lads. Get them all destroyed like this. Come on now, drop raids. You're being sad. The highest I've gotten in one Renegade's Retreat, chat, is 6 nightmare sigils. 6. Yes. And you know why I saw them? Because I died. So I was rushing through Renegade's Retreat like a maniac, not actually fighting the minions, correct? Just killing everything that's like left, right, and center around you. And then as I died, I had to run through the dungeon again, and I just found like one freaking nightmare sigil after the other, just dropping there. Oh, Nis of the Ancients. Oh, there you are. Nightmare, like training chat. Abattoir of Zir training. Abattoir of Zir training. It's only one, so that doesn't actually count because it would be so much better if this was more than one, right? Abattoir of Zir training. Oh, see, doesn't do any damage to me. Perfection. Where are your friends, huh? Where are your friends? By the way, this thing is even more complicated than the Abattoir of Zir. Where do you go? Than the Abattoir of Zir thingies, because this one is a boss. Where the bosses in the Abattoir of Zir are actually not bosses, chat. They're considered only elites, which actually kind of makes it interesting, right? Because if they're only considered elites... Oh, there's another one. So if they're only considered elites, then you can, again, you can stun them, right? And if you can stun... Oh, wait, I'm just recognizing one thing. I am currently not having one glyph slotted. Dead Razor, Desecration, Dominate, Exploit. I'm totally taking you serious, my enemy. I'm not taking you serious. That would be rude, right? This is what weirds me, by the way, out about this like ancient dude, right? Because they just AFK. Did anyone of you ever notice this? That they just simply AFK and don't do anything? So weird. Are the higher sigil drop rates for higher nightmare dungeons? Could it be more efficient to run lower tiers? The problem is the higher the sigil drop is, the more dust or the more sigil powder you get. So technically, it could be more efficient to push tier 90s, but you're not really doing tier 90s much faster than... I mean, at this stage we are right now with the builds. Tier 100s are just happening plenty fast enough. So the only thing you could save on is boss fighting speed, but we're literally talking about like... What is it, like 30 seconds you're saving, you know? When minions are dying not much faster in 90s than they're dying right now. They're dying fast anyways, right? I'm sad that we only found one glyph so far, but the boss always has a chance to drop a glyph too. I think you're like, if you find one throughout the dungeon, I mean, mostly the boss also drops one, so we're more or less guaranteed like another one, which is good. Wow, sadness. We didn't even get like a single golden chest or anything, right? I didn't miss that, right, ladies and gentlemen? We didn't even get like a single golden chest event where we could oh, there. Second perfection. Treasure room key. Let me see if there's anything hidden here for the lads. Yeah, this is the shadow build, by the way, if you're interested. I think it has good potential, because we're going to be like constantly blood misting against our opponents, which is kind of nice to consider. Also, if you have 3 opponents that are being affected by shadow damage, right? Your shadow damage is more efficient, because you're looking to have your you're looking to essentially have your Shadow Blight key passive like stack up a couple of times, right? And that's the interesting thing to think about. If we're looking to have our Shadow Blight key passive stacked up multiple times, and we can essentially stack it up faster the more opponents there are, well, that is interesting in itself, I reckon. Right? Because then it should be easier than ever to get everything rolling. That's the theory. That's the theory. And also, if you're having like a 10 million, 20 million proc from X-Felds, right? It's gonna hit like all 3 at the same time. Wow, he didn't drop anything. I am saddened. Okay, we're opening another Renegades. I'm trying to stay here. Oh god, I don't have another Renegades, huh? Go Crusaders then. I don't really mind which one it is. We'll also swap over to the blood in a bit. So that's plus 130, chat. 130 sigil powder essentially for doing one nightmare dungeon. Doesn't feel like a lot, does it? I mean, again, you can do this with your friends. So you can do this with 4 people. Every single person essentially runs in one direction. Every single person kills things. The problem with that is then after everything is dead, you essentially have to anyways run over everything your friends killed to kind of like check if there might be a dungeon dropping. So you're going to spend more time running through the dungeon than actually killing anything in the dungeon. And you know what? End of the day, like we're still doing this for fun, right? We're still enjoying going through the dungeon. So I'd rather like proper go through the dungeon than just simply walking through it afterwards and not even remotely expecting to see a single opponent because everything is dead already, right? Oh, we're looking for golden chests this time, Chan. I feel like golden chests always have sigils in it. And normal chests too. Normal chests pretty S tier. So yeah, but golden chests, right? No, cannot lie to me. I feel like whenever I get one of these like clowns that comes out of a chest and it's like, oh, this is my chest, you shall not touch it. It's a job now. It is a job now. It's a 9 to 5, and you gotta do it as fast as possible. I know most people at this stage are probably anyways leveling and just trying to get as much sigil powder as possible, because that's what you're doing, right? You're trying to get as much sigil powder as possible while you're leveling. Okay, open this. He gets bullied. Oh, come on. You must have a glyph with you. Oh, yeah, here. This is what I'm talking about. Give me the cursed shrine. Absolutely worth it. Do it faster. You think there's cursed shrines in Abattoir of Zir? I know there's shrines, but you think there's cursed shrines? But actually, like, interestingly enough, you don't really have to do the shrine, right? We could do a circle. So essentially, ignore the shrine, do a circle, come back, and then when you're about to go to the boss, you just kill the last straggling opponents to be done. But we're kind of like back to the same thing as before. Why not? Just kill everything. 25k at the moment. I think I'm gonna be happy with like 40k. That's where I'm drawing the line for myself. Man, my biggest issue. Oh, ouch! My biggest issue is that I just have to do it twice. So like if I want to try out 2 different builds, then I'll be having to do the Abattoir of Zir essentially, like, yeah, with my second character as well. So I have to level the glyph up on 2 characters. That's why the choice got to be clear on which build. Oh, that is one. Perfect. Thank you. That's why it's going to be pretty stinking clear for me which character I want to go for. First, I mean, this is like my, I think the blood / bone is first, and then the shadow is second. But I'll essentially try. I think the best thing I can do is try like tier 1 Abattoir of Zir with like bows, with a shadow necro and with a blood necro, and just see how it feels. I mean, tier 1 is going to be easy. I don't doubt that we'll just first try tier 1. I'd be very sad. I mean, like, mark my words, chat. If we do not first try tier 1, I guess we get a new job to look for. We can now make guides then for I don't know what, My Little Pony. Might as well go back to Warzone if we fail in the tier 1 Abattoir of Zir. Right? Might as well install Warzone again. Ow! Why am I dying? It's my armor resistance is weird? No. Makes no sense. No. Why did that kill me? I am Confusion Chan. That fire should have never killed me. I am genuine confusion. Because you know everything's up. Everything is easy. How do we die there? Oh, come on. You could have... Oh, doorbell. That's bad. Bear back.
Greetings. Greetings.
Welcome.
Hello.
And that was the waifu chat. She had her hands full and couldn't open the door. Luckily we went up there, right? And we didn't keep farming the nightmare dungeon and be like, it's anyways just the guy from the post office, you know? Oh, I am meeting so many freaking goblins lately. I mean, there's loot goblins everywhere, left, right, and center. Anyone else? Like I've literally in my last, like this morning I did some recordings, right? I had like 6. At least. Tomb Lord, you better give me a nightmare sigil now. Or we're gonna have a little tussle, my friend.
I'm not ready.
And one day I'm also gonna make a build that's literally like just spamming Blight. That'd be so interesting. By the way, this build would be vastly stronger if I had the 2-second freaking come on, you robbery. I had the 2-second thingy. Okay, we made plus 120 sigil powder there. That's unlucky. What if your worst sacrifice around 2k max HP for 700 overpower damage? Some other small damage increases on a blood build. I mean, how do you sacrifice 2k max HP for 700 overpower damage? I don't see where that is ever coming together. The thing is, you want max HP also because your whole overpower damage scales off your max HP. So it's max HP plus fortify. So it's 4,000 less. Not 2,000 max HP less, it's 4,000 less. Right? So that's something to consider. I gotta check my box in a bit because I feel like we're looting quite some things, but there's a lot of legendary drops. Gotta check that we're not having too many legendaries going on right now. Yeah, show me if you get any sigil for me. No. So the 2-second thingy, what are we talking about? That's Metamorphosis level 1. Decide. If you have the Metamorphosis power level 1, then you can regain 50 essence every 2 seconds instead of every 4 seconds, which is obviously vastly different. By the way, they definitely cranked up the rates with which legendary uniques drop. I get this morning an X-Felt's Corroded Signet at the end of the dungeon. Chat. An X-Felt at the end of the dungeon. Ridiculous. Why would you ever get an X-Felt at the end of a normal dungeon? That's like close to impossible. And yet, here we stand.
I'm not ready.
I'm not complaining, but I'm just questioning. Oh, that's one. Thank you very much.
I need more time.
Now I'm questioning that happening. Because it didn't happen before, right? At the start of the season, like, we weren't at Duriel there. Didn't get that. Will Ryan, good morning. Good to see you there, brother. Only in Blizzard game, upgrading your skills is not worth it. Well, I mean, technically upgrading the vampiric power is still worth it because you become unstoppable, right? And the Necro doesn't have many ways to become unstoppable. So technically, the higher level vampiric power is still worth it because, well, that unstoppable is quite good. Like you can't complain about it, to be honest. But then with the implication of T-Bald's will just working worse, that's just a grave oversight of Blizzard. Like I guess they should allow you to downgrade vampiric powers. Because like this, you're literally forced to make a new character, like I did for my Necro. You know, I have 2 Necros. I did not only do it for T-Bald's will, but it's just, I did it. I'm not taking it back. I'm not sure if I would be much faster with a blood build to clear this, simply because the blood build actually kills everything in stanches. You know, with a shadow build, I always have to like wait for a second for things to sometimes die. You know, where our blood build just kills everything straight away, so might be just faster in general. Oh, is this an artillery shrine? Artillery shrine. But you're still not dropping any sigil. Oh, there's a golden chest, Out of my way. You really don't want to miss out on those golden chests, right? Come on now. What am I killing them with? Curses. I'm cursing them. Seen 2 uniques and 4 dungeons this morning. Yeah, I tell you, it's a better chance now. Crimson, I know the Necro video was a bit sad because we all liked the Necro, and getting a video that tells you that Necro is technically heavily flawed and having his like big share of issues is not what you want to tune into the morning. But honestly, I think these things need to be talked about. Well, we all know that Necro is not perfect. We all know that actually be far from being perfect, right? That there's a lot of things that are flawed in and around Necro. So yeah, I feel like that is something that needs to be properly addressed. I mean, we know that Adam Jackson, the lead designer of Blizzard, of Diablo 4, is having an eye on Necro and has a fond spot in his heart for Necro. But I just want to talk to the guy that designed the Necro class and but get some answers, you know? I need some answers right now. Please. Hemo to level 3. I mean, Hemo to level 3 is worth it, but not meta. Okay. Everything, like these are all tier 100 Nightmare Dungeon drops, and you'd be like, Pony, this is tier 100 Nightmare Dungeon drops, right? There's probably going to be something good between them. I mean, like, right, chat? Yeah, no. Not only is there probably nothing in between them, it's not even worth it to look at that. It's just a waste of your time, realistically. Okay, let's see. Well, that's actually a high. Oh, that's a high roll bone storm. Look at this, chat. Wow, I take everything back. There was actually something useful in there. I will officially retract my statement, my mad ramblings, because there was something useful in there. Please excuse me, and I'll apologize for being baseless hatification. Okay, let's go over to the blood and see how fast the blood can do. What is that helm look? The helm look is, I think, this is the seasonal one. From season 1. Send me more Necro images. Let me see. Oh boy, what did you do, Sorkin? That one looks funny. AI wise, Chan. What am I doing here? Hey, wait. Okay, Sirocco Cavern. Sirocco Cavern is insane. Please give me those nightmare sigils. Okay, that is possible Necro for a thumbnail. That one looks great with the yellow teeth. I like when they have those golden teeth going on and the gleaming armor together. It looks very fine together. So the helm look on the other one was the seasonal one. I'm pretty sure about it. See, this is where I prefer the Blood Surge because I essentially just kill everything where I stand. So I don't have to wait for any shadow damage over time. And that gives me like when I'm looking for nightmare sigils, right? I'm essentially just killing everything, and then I just check. There's no sigil dropped. Okay, on we go. No sigil dropped. On we go.
I'm not ready yet.
Can you replace Sacrilegious in the Bone Spear build? You can replace Sacrilegious in the Bone Spear build, but you gotta be aware if you do that, that you also then handishly have to cast all your Corpse Explosions the whole time. While you're casting Corpse Explosions, you can't essentially Bone Spear. So it's kind of like, why would you not do both at the same time, you know? Oh, wow. I am not sure how... Well, I guess it's because I stood in the poison. I guess I think it's because I stood in the poison and she's poisonous as well. And now it's double poison overwhelming, right? Oh, well, no, this is a poison damage. Yeah, monster burning damage dungeon. This is one of these dungeons, guys. One of these dungeons where it's not like the actual damage you're taking. It's like the bonus implications of the bug damage you're taking that kills you. None of these dropped a sigil yet. By the way, this is this is how it's gonna look in the Abattoir of Zir. You wonder? You're essentially just gonna spam your 2 button until everything is dead. While you're standing in any kind of menacing poison, bleeding, whatsoever. Which should obviously not happen and shouldn't be. I don't see where anything killed me there, and I refuse the idea of dying. If you do replace what aspect would be the best. I honestly don't have an answer for you there, sir. I mean, I literally don't plan on replacing it. So if you have a better aspect in mind you want to replace it through, then be my guest. But yeah, I'm not planning.
I'm low on essence.
Oh, please. Okay, like it's almost as if it just simply doesn't want to drop, right? So I remember like 2 days ago just getting new nightmare sigils left, right, and center, and now we're not even dropping like a single one. Oh, that was a poison pool I just stood in. I remember vividly getting like new nightmare sigils, like so many. Now what? Bob, no, we're going solo. Thank you very much. I'm checking how it will feel if you have to do it yourself. Thank you for offering, though. So, for example, in this build, you could also technically replace the Ring of Sacrilegious through a Ring of Potent Blood, but the problem is that would force me to actually use my Corpse Explosions. Right now, the difference is that I can essentially Blood Surge the whole time, and I never have to worry about pressing the Corpse Explosion button because that is happening for free, right? So while I do damage, I'm essentially adding even more damage to what I'm already doing. And that's the big difference with not playing the Ring of Sacrilegious Souls. You're just undercutting your own damage for no reason. Well, you know what? I thought if all three explode on me at the same time, I'll probably survive it. I was wrong. I won't. Running around on a barb with 4 Uber uniques makes Necro look very difficult. No, not really, to be honest. Barb, like, Necro is in a very good state in general, like very healthy, doing a very good everything. Especially as you're saying you're sitting on a barb with 5 Uber uniques. I mean, who does have 5 Uber uniques, right? So I'm sitting on a Necro with 0 Uber uniques, and I can do every content comfortably. Unless I decide to do very stupid things like standing in like a poison pool. But that's like the whole thing, right? I can play my Necro without a single unique, to be honest. And it would be good. So Necro just with aspects, nothing else, just aspects, is already incredibly strong. And yeah. Can just do any kind of content. So you technically don't need a single Uber and or unique, only that the Uber and the uniques really do elevate you even further, right? But not to an extent that it do other classes, because Necro just again works perfectly without. Or say perfectly without, like that's not just like a he perfectly without. No, it's just literally like it just works. Just does what it's supposed to do. Plenty damage. When I even choose to not play my Uber uniques because they are worse, you know, that's the crazy part. So we have the Melted Heart of Selig, we have Grandfather, and neither do I play the Melted Heart of Selig, nor do I play Grandfather. And that doesn't have anything to do with me trying to be extra or me just being terrible and not understanding how good these items are. It's just the simple reality of they just don't do it for Necro. And they're just not needed. Oh, this could be giving me another sigil, so let's do it. And always get the events done, right?
I'm not ready.
When you guys have gotten Ubers, is it from a double drop or a single drop? Like if you get an Uber, it's usually always a double drop. Now, obviously, throughout all the hundreds of thousands of Ubers that have dropped, I cannot tell you if every single Uber that has dropped has been a double drop, right, my friend? So I simply do not know. Like it's on a not know policy. I think that if you get an Uber, you do have a double drop too, but there is probably also scenarios where people have gotten Ubers without double drops. Because like I have gotten 6 double drops recently without Ubers as well, so there is no correlation between these. You know? You get Doombringer on a single, see that's what I'm saying. Like Varians just has it, and probably like when an Uber drops there's always like another one with it, so it's just like how it's set in the loot table. When a Duriel's essentially set to like, I don't know what, 90% unique drop rate or 95%, then you always get a unique until you don't. Pelican Crest is a single drop. That's actually intriguing. I don't know, as you say, if some drops are actually respective single drops or not. Is this the Blood Surge 6.0? Yes, this is the latest Blood Surge build. I play essentially the Blood Surge and the Shadow build. The advantage of the Blood Surge build is that it again has direct feedback. You know, I press the button, everything dies. And that makes things a little bit easier for me. Because I don't have to wait for my shadow damage to kind of like shadow damage, right? You get Shaco along with Godslayer. Good to know. That was probably nice to see double helmet drop. Haha. You like the Littlest Wall? Littlest Wall is S tier for Necro. No, it's God tier. It's not S tier. It's S plus tier. It's ancestral, like transcendent tier. I mean, seriously. Like, it doesn't matter what Necro build you're playing. You just put that item in there and the Necro build is better. Right? I mean, like, literally, like, even if you don't play Bone Storm, if you play Blood Wave, you just play it. Just why not? Yeah. Oh, I remember doing Steadfast Barracks. Steadfast Barracks last time had like so many... Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So many Nightmare Sigils dropped the last time in Steadfast Barracks. That's because of the insane elite density that the dungeon just has. Like there's just so many people in this, and then they're like, once you clear this, right, there's more people coming. So it's just very, very nice in general. And then you get the next pack of mobs and the next set of elites already. Unfathomable high elite density. Sorry, epileptic warning. Epileptic warning, Chad. My apologies. Should have said that before. I mean, Lilitless Wall is especially going to be good against these Bloodseekers. Why? Because the Bloodseekers are non-static entities. That means you're going to make a Bone Storm, and then they're going to walk out of it. But you can also force this. So let's say you make a Bone Storm on a Bloodseeker, and he's like kind of stuck in that Bone Storm, right? Then you can just walk away, pull him out of the Bone Storm to make another Bone Storm, and then these Bone Storms can already be overlapping. So the way how you position yourself and make all your bonus Bone Storms can actually be very nicely done versus these Bloodseekers. And if you're playing it smart in general, you could be just doing or getting off so much more damage due to that. It's quite silly. And also keep up your barrier, obviously, because if they're getting barriered, you're like, you know, your Bone Storm barriered, so you're never running in danger of anything happening to you. And then you just have to like make sure that your Bone Storms are always up. And I think that's going to be exceptionally good for Blood Surge. So I'm quite excited, looking forward to giving this hot little whirly twirly. Okay, sadly, just one single glyph drop from this so far. Any tip on a good focus? I mean, depends on what you're playing, but mostly lucky hit chance, critical strike chance. I don't know if it could have lucky hit while barrier, to be honest, or critical strike damage. I don't have that, but usually I look for lucky hit and crit, because that's both things that a focus can have. And not too shabby, to be honest. I think it's like, what, 10% crit chance can be had from a focus? Or 8%? So quite like a good number, not just like something tiny, unknowing. Okay, Grandfather tried Bone Spear, but it's so Glass Cannon. Oh, it's really nice, you know. In like it's nice against bosses in Bone Spear. I mean, I made a video calling Grandfather useless, and the verdict is that for Necro, Grandfather is useless. But that has a lot to do that it just has very few use case scenarios where it's actually good. Whereas in Barb, it's just an auto include. Like, you know, you're Barb, you get Grandfather, auto include, no question. Just carry it around from now on with you. Never put it away. And for Necro, it's kind of like you can use it if you change XXX things, and then you're maybe finding some use for it. But again, only if you change these things and make it work. Only then will it feel good for you. That's the big difference between Necro, Uber Uniques, and like other classes, where it's just like, oh yeah, include. I mean, Rogue finds Harlequin Crest, like, oh, Harlequin Crest. Right? Oh, Harlequin Crest. Is Doomburger better than Grandfather? The problem with Necro is, and will always be, offensive aspect slots. Because Necro offensive aspects are insane. They're insane. They're absolutely crazy. So as soon as you have to sacrifice any one of them for any item, it's kind of like you're automatically getting weaker. And now you're hoping that the strength of whatever you have gotten needs to outweigh the weaker you have gotten for putting away one of your amazing offensive aspects. Okay, could someone of you actually drop like some one of you get like some Nightmare Sigils, huh? Hello? Any one of you get some Nightmare Sigils, huh? Maybe? I love these events, especially when they're confined in a room, right? Oh, there. It was worth it, Chan. I got it. I knew it was worth it. I'm not crazy. I mean, not more crazy than usual. But yeah, this is like right now how the event was going. This is how I imagine the Abattoir of Zir to go with this build. So the more opponents there are, the more healthy they are. We're essentially never running out of essence. We can just keep being resourced up. We're just able to fight off hordes of opponents. We're armored, we're shielded, we're everything. Like, I just can't see how we're gonna be running into any kind of trouble. I mean, we might tap out like really on like tier 10, tier 20. We might tap out as the Necro. Let's be real. There might be a world. Because I don't know how much, like, I think it's 800% multiplicative damage from the glyph. So maybe with the glyph maximum leveled out, Necro, like, overpower will just scale so crazy. Necro has Litless Wall, that's the problem. Exactly. So whatever weapon you're getting, whatever kind of item you're getting, like, you have Litless Wall. And Litless Wall is always your... Oh, I thought I was playing a different character. We're fighting her. I hate her. She's the perfect example why, you know, why single bosses then suck for this build. Because she tends to like break your fortify and everything with her magical skills, but she's also only alone. So when she breaks your fortify, it's harder for you to refill that. Whereas if she had a friend, it would be vastly easier to refill the whole thing. The same goes kind of for the healing part. So she does do a significant amount of damage, right? But her damage is kind of like neglectable. If there was like she and her friends where you could refill your fortify and all these kind of things to like keep doing your damage. So if you imagine like 3 of her going on, that would be vastly better for you. Because then you could just do damage to 3 at the same time. And in case you didn't know this, but Blood Surge actually gets stronger the more opponents are around you. So if you have multiple opponents around you, then Blood Surge does do more damage. Okay, we get 2. That's nice. Even though we get a... Did we really get it? We get a tier 99. Wow. Wow. Monster shadow damage over time resist. Yeah, we'll do that one. Get a tier 99. Having all those uber uniques in that's the exactly, that's the point, right? When you have all these uber unique players, Santa, and people have been spending like their last 400 hours in freaking Uber Duriel, and now they have all the Uber uniques, but they're kind of asking themselves, so what about the Abattoir of Zir, huh? Now that I've done 400 Duriels, 800 Duriels, 2,000 Duriels, or how am I gonna get my Sigil Powder together? That's a valid question, and the answer is get fucked. That's very unlucky for you, sir or ma'am. That's also where we're saying, you know, like there needs to be a way to get Sigil Powder that is not just hoping to get drops. Because right now the best farm for Sigil Powder is doing Nightmare Dungeons. But even if you're doing Nightmare Dungeons, and that's the crazy part for me right now. So even if you're doing Nightmare Dungeons, though, you're not guaranteed to get a net plus of Sigil Powder, right? I mean, so far we have gotten two Nightmare Sigils per dungeon, at least 2, sometimes 3. But you're not guaranteed to even get 2, right? Yeah, I feel like Whispers is almost faster because, like, depending on where you do Whispers, like doing them is really quick, as you say. So Whispers in general is a good way to also get Sigils because you're guaranteed to get them. And like, how many can pop out? Yeah, but that's like the thing. Like out of a box, I think more than 1 can pop out, right? Well, you don't want to, Aaron, that's the whole point. You don't want to do a Nightmare Dungeon as fast as possible. That's the conundrum. Like, there's no use in doing a Nightmare Dungeon as fast as possible. You want to actually kill everything in the dungeon. Yeah, they always pop 1, but I'm pretty sure you can get like 2 or 3 out of a out of a Tree of Whispers. I might be wrong. We're going to have to do Tree of Whispers in a second because I'm pretty sure you can get 2 or 3 out of 1. I just don't like... I have it in my head, like the memory of dropping more, right? Oh, what is your build in a full party? I never do full party. Necro feels like the least party character in existence. You know, Necro is slower than everyone. Necro is tankier than a lot, so that's a good thing. But technically, you're like slower than everyone, so you're just constantly just tagging behind. You know, you're waiting for the others to slow down for a second. I mean, like in comparison to Rogue, who has like 20 movement abilities, you have like, oh yeah, 0 movement abilities. Thank you. I mean, the only movement ability I have is Blood Mist, technically, and the only way how Blood Mist is making me faster is if I'm using Blood Mist, but Blood Mist as like with an aspect. Then Blood Mist can make me faster. Until then, it's gonna make me slower. So yeah. What's movement abilities? Yeah, like you should be able to I don't know what trade blue glyphs. I mean, if you have your, like, you should be able to cash in the XP of a nightmare dungeon into Sigil Powder as well. Man, what if I have all my glyphs 21? Okay, Chad. What if I have every single glyph 21, but I need Sigil Powder? What am I gonna do then? Still run nightmare dungeons, but have 0 use for it? To be able to like get that XP over somehow. So many convenience systems just missing, right? Oh, that's we're getting a called again? Malignant monster. That puts me in a poison pool. Great. You know what? Your poison pool is quite something, sir. That almost completely ate me. Thanks. Okay, let's do one more. We just get... Oh, we got another Sirocco, so we get 2. That's good. Yeah, 2. Sometimes it's 2 from Tree of Whispers, right? Let's do like 3 Whispers in a row. I think we can do that really fast because we get the PvP boss just waiting for us. So if we kill the PvP boss, that's usually the easiest way to get the Tree of Whispers. We can do that incredibly fast, then get our upgrades and then check. Tree of Whispers gives you Varsha materials. Well, technically, the Nightmare Dungeons also give you Beast of Ice, only that no one wants to go for Beast of Ice. So, wait. Well, technically, you're also getting Beast of Ice with the thing that just no one wants to go for Beast of Ice, I guess. But I'm with you. Like, Varshan definitely feels more worth it. The problem is, like, with this one, I could do a whole dungeon, as you say, and I'm getting net total +1. Plus 1, right? So I do this, and if I'm lucky, I find like 2 glyphs. But if I'm unlucky, I just get here. That's Carrion Fields, right? I just get 1 glyph to make up for my old glyph. So maybe +1 if I'm lucky. Varshan is the coolest Uber fight. Well, that's because Varshan actually has some really nice mechanics. I do truly like Varshan. Or you mean the Beast of Ice? The Beast of Ice is a cool Uber fight. Yes, it's my favorite one because it actually has phases and everything. I mean, like the faces from like freaking Duriel are a joke, right? There's like, oh, Duriel goes underground and summons 2 Duriel. Oh, that's the Butcher. In case you want to know, we managed to kill the Butcher with this build. It was a very interesting endeavor, especially because it was a dungeon where the Butcher actually healed. So you have to consider, like, it was a dungeon where the Butcher healed himself. That was where we ran into a slight issue. Oh, what we're doing right now? Oh, we're pulling him into minions because then I do more damage. Come, Mr. Butcher. We need you right here. You know, my existence is important to have everything around me, so I can do this here. If I do this around me, then, you know, then we're just doing the damage. That's also why I'm saying, like, I want the 3 bosses. Like right now, you see, like, the more things are happening around us, the better it is. The more efficient we're fighting the butcher. Let's pull him with us. Like we literally don't care when anything is standing around us. We want things to stand around us, right? That's where I'm also like, this is again my prediction for the Abattoir of Zir, because if this is my power level with things around me, with higher level things, with poison things, with everything kind of going on, like I should be ready, right? And the problem with the butcher is that he actually follows you continuously, right? So if I'm, for example, trying to make bonus bone storms against the butcher, that can be complicated because he just keeps following you, right? He just has this thingy where he just keeps pushing you, and you can't actually make more bone storms because dude is like a brittle little weirdo, or just keeps following you around. And then you have like these stupid things actually just trying to continuously kill you on top of that with cheese and cream. It's anyways annoying times 10. Is this a life leech dungeon again? I feel like the butcher's regenerating HP, or am I just being weird? Yeah, only. Was this a monster barrier? No. Okay. Good. So yeah, that was the butcher. So like, I mean, if I'm able to kill the butcher with this as a necro with no movement skills, with a character that relies on being healthy, like I think I can take on 3 puny bloodseekers, right? Purpit, no, I'm not playing the new Warzone. No. I'm playing Abattoir of Zir though. I mean, Abattoir of Zir is about to consume my life, right? So this nightmare dungeon so far good, right, chat? We got 3. We got three glyphs.
I need more time.
The wolf, it doesn't matter which dungeon you're doing. Like literally, like the dungeon is absolutely unmattering. You need more glyphs. You don't need to do a dungeon fast. See, Ethan's Keep, some random drop. Like you just want a dungeon with a high elite density. Heated mausoleum. Like it doesn't matter which dungeon you can do efficient. Like glyphs can drop everywhere. Literally everywhere. I mean, this is like so many plus we just got here. That's amazing. Defeated mausoleum, by the way, there's another one. Okay. Cheat code dungeon, chat. Cheat code dungeon. Bug loot table. I feel like this happens in butcher dungeons. I'm not taking it back. I'm gonna say it. The butcher dungeon, and obviously the loot drops are bugged. We're getting high amount. I mean, that's really nice currently. Is this a build you're going to use for the trial? Yes, this is one of the 2 builds. I have 2 builds. Well, I have 3 builds that are ready. But this is one of the 3 that I'm essentially like going to be using. And this one is the first one. So right tomorrow evening, I'll be live, chat. And I'll start with blood build. My main reason to do blood build is because I think a lot of people believe blood surge can't do it. But that's because a lot of people build blood surge bad. I will say this, and it will sound cocky, chat, but you might have seen this build for quite a while now. This is single-handedly the best blood surge build in existence. Sorry, I said it. In existence, chat. There's no better blood surge build out there. Sorry, I'm not taking it back. And that's also why Max Roll is ranking their Blood Surge build so low, because they have a shitty one. Sorry, Max Roll. I love you, Max Roll. Like great content and so on. Yada 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 yada. But your Blood Surge build you're having on your website is terrible. We need to talk. You know? Are you going Zir without the new glyph? No, absolutely not. There's no reason for me to go Zir without the new glyph. I know there's some people who are going to be like, oh yeah, maybe let's see how far we can push it. By the way, how many did I just get there? I got 7 new glyphs from this. So they're going to be like, how far can I push it without the new glyph? Haha, yada 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 yada. But you know what? No. I'm a Necro. I'm struggling. I need it. I need it. I really need it. Go right for them. They're looking for writers. Yeah, I'll be asking the Max Roll team if they need another Necro guy. I mean, Macro Bio Boy is insane, and I love him for the work he does. But I can support. That's it. I'm not doing things better than others, Chan. I can support. I can give a bonus perspective, you know. But the goal is still to be the furthest Necro pusher in the Abattoir of Zir. Right? Simple. Gotta take it the furthest. And for that, I'll use the new glyph. Unquestionable. My grandfather, by the way. I'm carrying my grandfather with me. Okay, let's trash the glyphs that are shit. Endless gates is just... That's actually wrong. I don't know if you... Like, it's really smart to actually do endless gates. Why? Because the elite density is just so high, just generally. You can still use these. Bloodsoaked Cracked. So Bloodsoaked Cracked is one of these dungeons. This is really interesting. Think about it, chat. Sorry, I say really interesting a lot. But Bloodsoaked Cracked is one of these dungeons where you have to kill elites to gather their anima. So you know these dungeons where kill elites for anima. These dungeons are perfect for sigils. Max Roll Necro Guide for Minion is not good. You're so much better. Well, Singularity, the thing is they have their writers, and their writers are having their respective builds, right? And like then they make their builds and then they end up on the website. That there's better builds being made is just a fact, right? Like, you know, no one is perfect. There's always going to be better builds cropping up. And then they'll have to adapt. But I'm not sure how often they're doing the adapting. You know, they essentially put their one guide out, and and there was some effort put in to essentially write that guide. So they don't want that effort to be wasted, right? So I mean, writing another guide takes time, and someone going to be paid to write that, and so on. So I guess that's where it then ends up to sometimes be maybe not the best builds on the websites. That's why I'd rather, like, a lot of people like to complain. So this morning someone complained that I just put like random keywords like undying and immortal in my YouTube video, and the build didn't even change that much. It was like 3 to 4 things changed and you're posting exactly the same build. No, I'm not. I'm posting the same build. Yes, the same concept with a vastly changed Paragon board that is different, with different vampiric powers, right? With new things on the gear that all make big sense, and that despite it being minimal changes, just completely change the build regardless, right? But that's where it's so much easier to do these things in video form, because you have a few changes, like you have a new glyph, you have a new skill you've taken, you have a new aspect, you know, you found a new keyword on an item. All these minimal things that are worth an upgrade, they're not worth like a whole ass article to write, correct? But they're worth it to put it in video form and just explain it to the people, essentially. God, I hate that burning damage. That's so silly. Most annoying dudes in the world. So these are the single-handed 2 most annoying enemies in the existence of Diablo 4. I hope you agree with me, chat, because they are. As you can see, like they are They're worse than 3. What's they called again? They are worse than 3 freaking Bloodseekers. Yeah, the problem with Nightmare Dungeons, like, I mean, we get 7, okay? Tally. We get 7 from last. 7, chat. So we started a while ago, and we're currently at, oh, where's it again? We're 23,000, so that's kind of nice. Engine, thank you for the 4 years of support, Engine. Welcome back. Good to see you there. Thank you for the many months of subscriptions, brother. We finally made it. Let's do a royal pain in the ass. You know why they're so strong? There's actually a reason why they're so strong. And it's because the one dude makes shadow clones, but each of his shadow clones also has all of his things going on. Okay? So each of his shadow clones has the fire around it. Each of his shadow clones has the has his like whatever other damage around it. So they're all just like, yeah. They're all just humping you. Like you're a piece of cheese and they want to eat you. I don't know. I didn't have a good analogy ready, Chan. Somehow it ended up in humping cheese. I don't know. I'm sorry. Excuse my French. Schwierig. As we like to say in German. Sehr schwierig. Giga, Tune, and 1 Blood Surge build. Yes. But the Giga Dot actually changed a little bit. So the Giga Dot went back to damage over time. By the way, this is what I meant with elite density now, guys. So you see like all these elites here? All the amazing amount of elites? That's like the very good thing. And all these elites have a chance to actually drop Nightmare Sigils. I mean, right now we haven't found a single one, right? So they all have a chance to get Nightmare Sigils, but right now we haven't found a single next one, have we? I'm pretty sure we haven't. It's actually really sad. Like we had 7. We had 7 in the last Nightmare Dungeon. 7. What is this now? Oh, 7 it now. Wait, you're German? Nah. Ist hier etwa Weibsvolk anwesend? Only for the elderly German community. Okay, drop it. Drop it. I know you have it. I know you're hogging my Nightmare Sigils. You little shits. Poop them out right now. Give it to me. I know you have it. Yeah, I think we haven't gotten a single. Yeah, we haven't gotten a single one from this. See, the downside of actual Nightmare Dungeons, right? When you then do it, and you're actually not getting a single one. That's kind of sad. And it can't be lacking that we didn't kill enough opponents, because we hell did kill enough opponents, and we're killing even more than we have to. But that's definitely where then the case can be made for Tree of Whispers. Well, we're gonna kill everything now, because I just can't accept that. Just can't accept that there's not a single one that dropped. I mean, not even making up for the loss you essentially have gotten for we're going for that. I never knew this dungeon had this many elites. I mean, I know there was a lot, but never this many. They just keep coming. These mobs are just minding their business and you're coming along and murdering them. Yes. they're just sitting there chilly milly vanilly and you're just like, oh, but listen, I need your loot. I'm a simple man. I just want a little bit more, you know. I need some Nightmare Sigils. I'm not asking for much. Just give me some more Nightmare Sigils, okay? Hand them over right now. Yeah, that was not a single one. Wait, no, one, right? Yeah, we just got one from completing it. Okay. We got one. Okay, now in comparison, let's quickly do on the... I want to do 2 or 3 whispers. Because I know there can be 2 dropping out, right?
Not while I'm in town.
Go. I need world bosses in 21 glyph. I'll be ready. Let's go. Do you have the seasonal journey done, guys? Big question. Do you have the seasonal journey done? Also, Baines, thank you for the 30 months of support. And chat, big shout out to YouTube. We're almost at 200 viewers again. YouTube clap in the chat. Thank you very much, YouTube. Don't forget to like the stream. That helps with the algorithm. Also, I did an experiment yesterday, in case you did not notice it, chat. I do put up my YouTube live stream VODs now a little bit later, to see if that has a positive impact on the channel, so people are not just getting spammed with videos left, right, and center. And I think that one worked, like the strategy yesterday worked out plenty well already. And people were not getting spammed too much with the videos, so that was good. But we'll have to investigate that over the next couple of days. Journey done. I like to hear that. I think the journey done is like for someone that plays every day for an hour should be relatively easy. I mean, portrait gift chest you can do in one day, pretty much. I mean, that's just literally 2 hell tides or 3 hell tides. Defeat Duriel. I mean, if you haven't gotten Duriel defeated yet, what am I supposed to say, right? Purify Seeds of Hatred takes a bit, but no, actually, Purifying Seeds of Hate is also stupid fast. World Bosses 12 is annoying. Equip this, complete tier 90. Paragon Glyphs, 21. Really? Really? I am just innocently wanting to not give a fuck, and you just... You're just... I don't know what you're doing, boys. I'm just here to not give a fuck. Okay, my Seeds of Hatred were purified, guys, but I didn't have a chance. Not with this. The Blight Necro, by the way, has a better chance in PvP. Lilith is the most annoying. Well, with the right build, Lilith just dies. You know?
Not while I'm in town.
Like, I mean, Lilith is just literally an exercise of right tool for the job. Okay, how many do we get? Collection of boots. 1 this time. And 2 resources. That was nice. Okay, let's do another whisper quickly. Yeah, we could probably just do the one here. So you don't have to do the PvP thingy, but the PvP thingy is one of the easier things to do. Can you recommend a decent build for farming for someone that doesn't have lots of time to play? Ideally something that moves fast. What character? Obviously you don't have the right build. Wolf, what class are you playing? I mean, it seriously is a simple thing. Like, for example, if you're Necro and you want the easiest Lilith try possible, just Bone Spear. Because it's just that simple. Bone Spear with the right aspects and the right Paragon board just right clicks 20 times and Lilith is dead. Done. Like no hassle, no dilly dally, no bingo bongo, no clibbity clabbity, just done. No questions asked too. Like just that freaking simple. Oh, this one is great. Daddy Hop loves Vampiric Siphons. Blood Harvest is fast for whispers, yes. Especially this one here. So this one's my favorite because I can stay infinite in here. So you see, like I make these bone storms, and these bone storms are continuously refreshing my barrier. So my barrier never runs out. And I stand in the middle and every blood surge heals me as well. So this is like essentially what we're doing. And if the Bloodseekers come, they also instantly die. Like, there was just a Bloodseeker there. But this is... I'm just... Oh, now I need to move, so I'm actually below their umbrella. In Germany, we say durchgespielt und gedribbelt. I mean, in the end, I might be forced to go all out, you know, and jam that button a little bit harder. In the end, I might be forced to actually chuck a potion, 1 or 2. But yeah, we're still... Oh, God, Jesus, that one was harsh. Like, the only reason we actually die in the end is because there's not enough enemies to kind of heal us. So that's it. That was the thing. That was the thing. I hope you like what you just saw there, Chad.
I need more time.
Oh, it's so silly, but it's also so much fun. Also, that's why Bone Storm not disappearing, because I keep making new Bone Storms. So as long as Bone Storm is active on the map somewhere, you keep making new Bone Storms. That's the whole secret about this, or behind this, that as long as they're active, as long as there is one Bone Storm in the world, then you keep making more Bone Storms. It doesn't have to be a Bone Storm on you, because that is the conundrum that a lot of people get wrong. There doesn't need to be a Bone Storm on you. There just needs to be a Bone Storm in the world existing. You just need to have made a Bone Storm. You just need to have created one. And if you have created a Bone Storm and there's one active somewhere in the world, then you keep making more. Oh, why is there 4? Yes, please jump me. Thank you. We got the Tree of Whispers done. So let's see how many that is now. Because we're just here, like, we're not here for loot, guys. We're just here for Sigil Powder. Yeah, so, like, you have to... Yes, Metri, we bought the NAS from TerraMaster. And we also have another 10... Like, we have a 12 terabyte NAS and a 10 terabyte NAS now. So if you're reading Littlest Storm, while you have an active Bone Storm, that's what it says. While you have an active Bone Storm. Which means that even if the Bone Storm isn't on you, it's still an active Bone Storm. Correct? Can Varshan drop Nightmare Sigils? That's another 1. Yeah, so we're always getting 1. I guess, like, worst case scenario, if you can't be asked to push Nightmare Dungeons anymore, you could probably just farm it like this. Oh, godness, oh, godness, oh, godness. I don't want all these items. I don't need them. Total armor, shadow resistance. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Wow, that is such a horrible ring. I don't even want to look at it. Let's see. Ranks and compound fracture, control, impaired intelligence dex. Well, that's actually intelligence high roll. I've told myself that there's a world where I will take an intelligence high roll at some point, because I really want to have like an amulet with a percentage of in plus. 20 create. Nah. What's the secret? It's whispers, my friend. It's whispers. Always do the whispers. Get more Nightmare Sigils. Okay, what do we add? Goal is still 30,000, guys. I'm not going to relent before I have 30,000. That's averagely what's expected. So the thing is, technically, you don't also need 30,000 Sigil Powder. The thing with the Sigil Powder is that if you beat a tier 1, Abattoir of Zir, you get another glyph, right? And then you get another glyph, and then you get another glyph, and then you get another glyph. So yeah. What level are the Tree of Whispers? Oh, the Tree of Whisper sigils are actually the level that you're clearing currently. So if you are clearing tier 100 dungeons, then it kind of scales with that. I don't know how they recognize that, but I mostly get like 95, or it doesn't scale with your own level. I'm not sure. Maybe it scales with your own level, because I'm getting 95 pluses. So always around the 90s. I think it might scale with your own level. Also, I don't actually know what killed me there, by the way, Chad. Or how it killed me, to be precise. Yeah, it's your highest clear, right? So that might sense. Because I always, oh god, it's death. It's, oh, that's what I'm dying to. Yikes. It's death pulls. Why do I go in a death pulls dungeon? An update coming tomorrow. Is this a death pulls plus a poison? Oh yeah, sure. Monster burning damage, chat. Okay, so this dungeon is monster burning damage, which is bugged, right? Because it does too much damage. And then on top of the monster burning damage, guess what it is? It is also death pulls, because I hate myself, as it seems. And that's why I went into a dungeon that has monster burning damage and death pulls going on. Or because I'm an idiot. I don't know. One of the two. Either hate or idiot. Yeah, I'm just, oh god, the amount of poison explosions and everything, like, just gotta be kidding me. It's not worth it to even kill these. Ooh. Loggy, thank you so much for the brand new Prime subscription. Welcome as a brand new subscriber, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. We're actually seeing, like, in the recent days, we're seeing more and more new subs as well, like first-time subs. Where are you coming from? First-time subs. Because we're used to be getting like our regulars, right? Our people that have been here for a while now, or returning viewers that used to watch me from other games, right? We've been getting like a lot of brand new like tier 1 subs and followers probably. TikTok and YouTube, well, thank you very much. It's good to know that it's working, you know, and not completely not working. So that has me happy indeed. Flash also, thank you for the brand new subscription. There we go. Talking about the devil. See, like, people often say that the whole multi-streaming thing is like a hocus pocus pocus. But, you know, if people actually tell me they're coming from the other platforms as well and found my content there and now they're here. Came from YouTube. Well, I mean, YouTube also has a live stream, just saying, in case you didn't know this. You can watch it on both. YouTube live stream, like, I will say this. I mean, Twitch subs don't get ads, right, Chad? But the ad experience on YouTube is better. There are ads also on the YouTube stream, yes. But the ads on YouTube, they're less intrusive and you can skip them. You can also, there are lower third ads and so on. So in general, the whole YouTube experience is just a wee bit better than Twitch, simply due to the ad experience being better. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm a premium YouTube member. Yes, see, there's also premium YouTube that a lot of people have. Like, a lot of people have premium YouTube, but they don't have Twitch Turbo, which is not even being advertised anymore. Like, let's be fair. Twitch doesn't want you to know that Twitch Turbo exists, guys. What? Crazy. Why would they want you to have a, like, you know, to avoid watching ads on the platform? Well, listen. They want you to watch ads. I saw you bought on YouTube and used Twitch anyway. Came over here for the lives. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm just saying, like, so this is just for the viewers. Like for me, I don't it doesn't matter to me where you're watching, because I watch every channel anyway, so I answer your question wherever it's coming from. I'm just like, you know, this is just for me. If you're looking like technically for the best viewing experience, if you do want to avoid ads as best as possible, yeah. I watched one of your recent YouTube guys and probably one of the best one done for Necros out there. Thank you. I wish I had more time editing though. Or an editor to make my guides even better. But the problem is a lot of the editing or a lot of the guides I do can simply not be edited by an editor because I change things on the fly. You know? So it happens that I create the guide, right? I record everything and then I'm technically done and I could give everything to an editor. But then I go into the Paragon board and I'm like, oh, you know what? This is actually better. So... yeah, well, what am I going to do then? Re-record everything, send it to the editor again, say, please, could you work for free to fix that thingy that I changed already? Thank you, you know? And that's where I just cut my videos myself because that's what it comes down to. Wolf, greetings. Appreciate it. Make the bone storm. Could you please make the bonus bone storm? Jesus. That's the disadvantage of the grandfather. So I was just trying to make the bonus bone storm right there, right? And the grandfather essentially took ages to make that. Because, well, grandfather just has a very slow attack speed. Whereas the one-handed weapon just generally has a very fast attack speed. So making a bonus bone storm is relatively easy. Also, I won't be using Grandfather for the Abattoir of Zir. In case you wonder, I won't actually be using it for the Abattoir of Zir. Because there is multi-opponents and the slower attack speed is actually going to be detrimental for that. I got 2 new ones from this. Okay. We got 2 new ones. Which one is it? Crusader Cathedral, Heathen's Keep, Conclave, Heathen's Keep, Gore Ruins. Oh, monster poison damage. Yikes. Monster burning damage. Yikes. It's like everything is that, right? Everything is that. I recognize your voice. Is it from Heroes of Hearthstone? Played like a fool back in the days. Well, I did stream a lot of Hearthstone in 2014 to 17. Blind Pigs. So if you do know my voice from there, it is wholly possible that that is where you know my voice from. Yeah. Yeah. 14 to 17. And I'm on Twitch now for 10 years. I've been a lot on the Twitch front page. You know, 20,000 viewers, 64,000 viewers throughout all the different games. So you like doing official promotions with Twitch, with Porsche and other shenanigans. So you might have in some capacity seen me just on Twitch because I've been just literally everywhere, you know, in 10 years. Porsche. Was it Porsche or Porsche again? I completely forget it. Was Porsche. Was it Porsche? That was one thing we had to learn for that promotion, Chan. We had to learn how to say Porsche in English because it's not Porsche. Porsche. In every language. It's a unique name. It's just what it is. Please don't fight me on this one. We literally get a briefing on this one. Before we were allowed for the sponsorship, that was the briefing. We had to learn how to say that correctly. And then we actually were asked to show if we can say correctly. So it is what it is. They just wanted to be sure. They're important for their brand identity. Yeah, it's German. You did say it correctly. Exactly, it is German, but that's the thing. So a lot of people think because it's Porsche in German, then it would just be Porsche in English, which is wrong. It's a name, so it's like, you know, it's Alex, but it's Alex, you know. It's still Alex, no matter what language. You don't suddenly say it different or remove letters. The E is important. But yeah, they were very adamant about it. Actually, in every single language. So no matter what language you're going for, you know, if you're gonna be like, they even had a Spanish video for people from Spain to say Porsche correctly. Oh. However, Portia with a Spanish accent would sound, though. Like, no clue. My English is very bad. My German also, because I'm Bavarian. I'm Winter. You know what? That's a great way to introduce yourself. Like guten Tag. My English is very bad, but my German as well. Because I come from the Bavaria. Insert random prejudice for Bavarians here right now about Weißwurst and Lederhosen. Because why wouldn't you? My daughter's, by the way, deathly scared of down in the south of Germany. Because down in the south of Germany has the Black Forest, which is a very thick forest. And since my daughter's like sometimes hear like animals in our forest, we're like, no. We don't have any dangerous animals in our forest, children. Don't worry. They all live in the Black Forest. And one of our uncles lived there. And so now it is like, if we ever get to visit Uncle Johann again, we never want to go in the forest. There are dangerous animals living there that will kill us. It's like, yep, that's exactly how it is. Like, yep, you're right. That's exactly how it is. Get away from that forest. It's dangerous out there. No, we once did a trek in the night through the forest because we just got caught up by the night and the children were scared, so we had to make up a story to have them less scared. They accepted it. They're like my girls. They're very logical people, you know. They accept if you reason with them, they accept that. So if you tell them like they don't live here, they live somewhere else, they're cool. Yeah. Now my uncle has to suffer for that. World Boss drops sigil, right, in events? Oh, I'm not sure. World Boss can drop sigils, if I'm not mistaken. You're right about that. World Boss should drop sigils. Yeah, how far is the World Boss out? Did I miss him again? I should have missed him, probably, right? The whole Sweden as a forest. Sweden is definitely somewhere where I want to travel, and then I gotta also go visit Norway. Sweden and Norway, like by now I know way too many Nordic people, so that's definitely somewhere where I will have to travel at some point just to visit all my Nordic brethren from the community. And then bother them at home, you know? Be like, hi, I'm that weird dude from the internet. Could you please show me around? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And one of our viewers actually has a supermarket, guys, so I need to go to Norway and go shopping in their supermarket and be like, you know, and misbehave and be like, do you even know who I am? And they're like, yeah. Yeah. I've seen you online, you idiot. Manager Bar, I'll get you drunk in Oslo. I'm coming. I'll tell the wife and the children to stay at home. It's gonna be a trip. And that's the beautiful thing about streaming for 10 years already and having made many connections throughout the world. The last time I was in London, that's already 5 years ago, but one of our viewers essentially invited me and my wife to a steak dinner because he was on a job trip to London himself, and we just met up in the city, and it was great because he's one of our long-term mods back in the days. So it's kind of like cool. You've made like so many connections from over the years, and you just like, it doesn't matter what country you're going, at least if you're streaming in English or European, you will meet people like all around the world. It's just beautiful. It's an alarm. You're also from Bavaria. Good to see you there. Oh wait, there's no sigil. I got robbed. Chat promised me a sigil. Wait, does the cache has a sigil, right? Yeah. Chat robbed me only 50%. Okay, this is only like a 50% robbery. Thanks. No problem. Be back to the Nightmare Dungeons. Belfry, Zakara, Flooded Depth, Crusader Cathedral, Conclave, Heathen Keeps, Dorgo. Gore Ruins has also generally like a high density of units. Wait, I'm still Heathen's Keeping? Why am I still Heathen's Keeping? Did I just not click Gore Ruins? Smoke some brisket for you if it stop in Texas. I never knew what brisket is. Like you know, when it comes down to meat, you know, like you understand what steak is and so on, but I don't know what brisket actually is. Like what? Maybe it's just like my English vocabulary lacking, and if you say it in German, I would be like, sure, brisket makes total sense. I am so done. I'm risking it. Brisket is a Rinderbrust. Oh, that makes sense, Muntu. Thank you. See? Like meat has so many different names, right? I know what a steak is, you know. When it comes down to the finer meats, then I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I have no clue. I have no memories of this place. Insert Gandalf meme. Well, this is one of these chests, guys. One of my favorite chests, because I'm just going to live here now in front of this chest, and I'm going to essentially evaporate everyone who steps out of this chest. The only downside is that due to everyone like spawning so close to the chest, it's hard to maintain your bone storms, right? So we're trying to maintain our bone storms, but since they're all just like living in here, it can sometimes be tricky to maintain the bone storms. That's why you also dash through them, because if you're dashing through them, then you can essentially create bone storms on the position where they are. It's a little bit weird when it comes down to this, because like you shouldn't be able to do that, right? You shouldn't be able to create a bone storm where a bone storm already is. But due to the Metamorphosis vampiric power, that kind of creates bone storms inside bone storms. It's a little bit of a cheat code. Well, that is Vault of the Forsaken. Thank you. Imagine going into a nightmare dungeon, and the one thing that matters the least, or not even at all a single cent, is the loot itself. So you just enter a nightmare dungeon, and the only thing you're looking for is, please give me more nightmare dungeons. I don't want your loot. I don't want your family, right? I have no interest in anything you're doing in here. I don't know, like, you can torture all the innocents you want. I don't care. But please do give me more nightmare sigils, because I kind of need them. Yeah, honestly, don't have to care what meat is, like, as long as meat is meat. Yeah, I'm with you. Don't have to know what it is. It's going to be tasty regardless. I trust. Oh, please open. Oh, come on, robbery. Out of my way. I'm just here to murder your whole families, your ancestors, every single person you know, with the sole purpose of potentially. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Last time I did this event, I actually did get come spawn. My storm is about to run out. Yikes. Very unhappy with the coming together of these circumstances. Me just being here, wanting to reset my cooldowns, and then, like, ugh. Sir, ma'am, I need my storms. Thank you. That's the thing in these dungeons, right? No storm, no survival for Necro. That's why Bone Storm. Wait, where did all my storms suddenly go? I mean, they just all vanished at the same time. What the fuck? That was weird. Don't pass on random chests. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm trying to open all these weird random chests because we all know they get the goodies. They get the loots in them. Oh, hello, random Bloodseeker. I'd like to meet you here. Dankeschön, Dankeschön.
take this.
Please take this. Give me sigil. No sigil. What if obolts could make sigils? Guys, listen. A thought, a wild thought appears. What if obolts, the gambling obolts here, could also be used to gamble sigils? Because, I mean, at this point, I have no use for obolts anymore. I mean, sometimes for aspects, but more or less, I don't have any use for them. I mean, I can get like 5,000, 10,000 obolts per day easily, right? Obolts are just simple. Like you just farm them left, right, and center like crazy. So what if you could turn them into nightmare sigils? Maybe. No? Anyone? We cool? That'd be nice. Can we do it, please?
I'm not ready.
I was trying to like find a way how to make any of this sigil grind a bit more non-stupid, non-random. I guess this is what disturbs me the most. That there's just like it's just a random grind, right? The only guarantee you can essentially get is the Tree of Whispers, and without the Tree of Whispers is a complete random grind. Also, I still don't know how you're all out of Forgotten Souls continuously, Chan. I don't understand. Why is everyone out of Forgotten Souls consistently?
I'm not ready.
What are you doing with your Forgotten Souls?
I'm not ready.
Okay, I got another one, so we're good. Some classes don't have 6 super unique, so they roll a lot. Honestly, I just don't reroll much because I'm greedy. I can't stand the mental pressure. As soon as I reach 1 million reroll costs, I drop everything. You know, it's like if I reach 10 million, I'm like, no, panic button. No re-rolling anymore. I can't take it. I'm not mentally built for this. Oh, a 925 helmet? How do I deserve that? Maximum life summoning. Useless. Might be trying to get like a new weapon later on. Maybe we're going to try to get a new weapon today. Like a hit chance max roll, and then the rest is absolute trash. Like not even not good, just trash. Straight up. Giganormous. That's a max life roll. It is actually a Band of the Exposed Flesh, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what this is, I need to keep it. Because Exposed Flesh is just like I'll keep them for the next season, you know? Because they're so rare. They're so goddamn rare that I'll keep it for the next season, okay? Okay, where's like let's do the whispers quickly. Yeah. It'll be stupid to not do that. We played with classes besides Necro. I played every class besides Necro. I mean, this season it was Druid, Necro, and Rogue. We just recently leveled a Rogue to 42. It wasn't per se a bad experience to level the Rogue to 42, but I have to say I didn't take the perfect leveling build. So getting him to 42 as possible as it was relatively quick, still I think I could have been faster. So as always, get a good leveling build, right? Because not every endgame build is good for leveling. That's why I created my Necro tier list. That's why I created the perfect Necro leveling build with our Blood Surge build here. Because I felt like you definitely want to have just the best build to level. You just don't want to use one of the weird endgame builds and then complain why shit's not working. So yeah. You're on 411 souls and 85k sigil power. What have you been doing? I am the full-time content creator. Please, Zana. Oh, no, I'm just not planning to die. That's the thing. Right? John? I'm just simply not planning to die. So I don't actually need that much sigil powder. What can I say?
I need more time.
I'm just absolutely going to destroy this. It's gonna be like, you're gonna be like, what? Yeah. That's what's gonna happen. Here. Look at my barrier. My barrier is amazing. Oh, there's one. I lost my mouse for a second. You can't take new items from Eternal. No, you can't. But see, like, that's the joke. They're so rare that I'm saving them for next season. That's the joke. You know, it's the joke. I will admit, not a good one. It's my joke. Oh, there's just a random trembling hand. Thank you very much. The amount of blood lures you're just getting here is nice. Blood lures, blood lures. Do sigils drop during that event? No, right? Nightmare sigils don't drop during that event. It's actually sad that Nightmare Sigils only drop like in so few scenarios, right? What do you prefer for Abattoir of Zir? This one. I think this year the Blood Siphon is a great way to test if your build is ready too. Because I mean, realistically, you're gonna be able to survive a very high pressing amount of damage while you are fighting off hordes of monsters. And like, yeah, I guess I'm ready. Oh, that's another, wow, that's 2 times I've gotten a unique now from this. So 2 times, two a day. Okay, guys, just to draw you a picture on how better the unique drop rates recently feel. Today, I've gotten a net total of 6 uniques from just existing in the game. I'm just doing things in the game. I've gotten 6 uniques today. You know, not like trying, not like going for Uber boss or anything. Just like nightmare dungeons, opening some boxes, killing minions. Wow, you know. Try your build. The build is !mark build or !mark season 2 should show them to you. Also here in this is the Necro tier list. It shows you all my Necro builds, also rated, judged, and everything. This is the latest shadow build we put out. So yeah, I'm trying to continuously also stay on top of the game. I'm trying to continuously give you resources and not let something get outdated, especially during the season. Because the worst part is if like some patches come out and then suddenly stuff changes and the builds are not up to date and you're going to be like, but does it still work? And I'm like, sure. But you're like, how can I believe you if you don't have a guide? And then you know, we're going to have to fight for death and honor. That cannot be sandwiched. What day is today? What day? What time is today? It's already 1 p.m. Holy Christ.
It is done.
Time goes so fast because we're spending half the day to just make... Okay, that's again just one. We're spending half our day just making thumbnails. Takes a lot of time, to be honest. How about the previous Paragon board from Gigadot? Where should I put the new glyph? It is the board better than that board. We're gonna put it in the Flesh Eater board, Simey. So in every build, in every Necro build, it's the Flesh Eater board. Always here. Always the Flesh Eater board. Always goes in there. Sorkin, don't you have a job to do? I have to start paying you, Sorkin. Like, just give me links and I can order stuff, Sorkin, you know? Whoa! Wayne? It's just too much fun nuking Barshan, right? With the build. Sometimes you just gotta nuke him. like to ask a barbarian-related question, but would you know if diamonds and weapons for extra ultimate damage works with Raz of the Berserker ultimate? I have absolutely no clue, Brandon. I am very sorry. I cannot answer that question. I don't know if anyone knows this in the chat, maybe if that scales or doesn't scale, but I must apologize. I really do not have any clue about Barb. I like whenever I look at Barb, I just want to start crying because I find the class so boring. So yeah, I cannot help you in a single way. No. Overpower damage, damage to shadow damage over time, lucky hit, and fortified generation. How? Absolutely. Like, I think this is a stat that should also not exist. Agree or disagree, Chad? Fortified generation. Shouldn't exist. Oh, you know what? Shall we do one dungeon as a druid? We can do that too. You know, sell in Germany? Come on, Sorkin. We're gonna do better. We're gonna pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Oh, did I not get my 7 glyphs here from the one? Okay, where are we at? Where are we at, Chan? 25,000. Come on, 5,000 more. Shadow build. Still enjoying D4 more than ever. Honestly, we're ready for the Abattoir of Zir. We're getting there. I just dropped Doombringer last night and I was wondering, can I use Doombringer on your Bone Spear or Darkness build? Well, so technically on the build we're playing right now, you can use Doombringer instead of the weapon, but you're going to use the Shadow Blight key passive that has to go on your Grasping Veins amulet. You will have to sacrifice the Ring of Sacrilegious Souls, and that has many implications that I don't even want to start talking about. So the only way to use Doombringer is for sacrificing the Ring of Sacrilegious Souls, which is the auto corpse cast, and I am truly not sure if that is better. If going away from the chance to automatically cast your corpse skills to get like free casts while you're essentially just doing your Shamambo Bambo, is it any way better just to essentially get like Doombringer? I mean, sure, with Doombringer, you would be getting like another proc that can potentially do damage. But at the same time, as we said, for the proc that you're potentially doing damage, you would lose the safe damage you're getting from free corpse skill use. So, you know, think about that what you want, but I don't have an answer for you. I mean, it's not the fault of Doombringer, it's the fault of Necro being just so good without everything. So again, it's not the fault of the Uber Unique, it's the fault of Necro. Necro is just good without anything. Necro is just good per se. Like you just get your aspects and you're very strong as a Necro. And that's like the big thing in comparison to other classes that in dire need of their Uber Uniques and everything. Oh. Actually working out, right? We don't need that. We're cooler than that. I need more time. I didn't have a Nightmare Dungeon ready. Well, that was a nice little proc. There's a nice little proc, guys. Do you hear the shh, shh? That's when the X-Files goes. The board from today's video, Simon. I don't use the 6-glyph board anymore. The 6-glyph board was good for the Gigadot build, but it was always going to change because the 6-glyph build only works if we don't need the bonus core stat points for the... nothing. Fuck. If we don't need the bonus core stat points for the new glyph, because that's the thing, guys. With every Paragon board you have right now, no matter how your Paragon boards look, you need to keep in mind that to get the most out of the Tears of Blood glyph, right? To get the most damage out of Tears of Blood, you are essentially forced... Oh, that is... You're essentially forced to put like some worthless points into some random core stats. So you need to choose, for example, an intelligence board to actually put a lot of intelligence things in. Because that would then make perfect sense if you have an intelligence board happening and you put a lot of random core stat points in intelligence that at least boost your Necro, for example. Oh, we're not getting a single glyph. This is bad. Oh, there's a box. Open the box. Every box has the potential for a sigil. Which gift will you put in the flesh eater board? I will put the Tears of Blood in the flesh eater board. Oh yeah, here. Come on. Yeah, this is gonna be what I'm looking for. Yes, all the elites, everything. Give me what I want. Yes. Heathen's Keep, thank you very much. Another one. Come on, don't be like that. Let's look for more quickly. There's like, I mean, come on, if there's already just a plethora of opponents left, you might as well just kill him. Give me what I want.
I'm not ready yet.
The moment my Bone Storm ran out. This doesn't happen often, but rarely, every now and then. You know, things come together, conspire against me. I mean, that was good. There's a +1 in total. Heathen's Keep, Forbidden City, Conclave, Endless Gate. Endless Gate has a lot of Gore Runes. Let's do the Gore Runes. Necro Clear is just damn good. The thing about Necro Clear is that Necro Clear rams. Neon, good to see you there. So Necro Clear rams. So the more HP enemies have, the more enemies there are together on one spot, right? The better it is. Where can I find this build? Just posted a YouTube video this very morning. Just posted a YouTube video this very morning with the latest updates. It has this thumbnail going on. The build has 91,000 attack power, 17,000 armor, and 17,000 life. Here, you can see this. That's true. Because obviously, like, all these effects ramp up when you use them. Yeah. So you're going for this. Boom. You're suddenly at your 17,000 armor. Then this is what I'm saying. You're waiting for your shadow damage things to kind of stagger up. And that's where enemies are not even alive long enough to have me unfold my maximum attack power. That's the funny part. So this is the attack power you get when things are actually alive long enough. But the thing is, enemies are not alive long enough. Never. To truly have you actually go all out. Like, they don't even know your true power level. That's the interesting part about finally taking a Shadow Necro into the Abattoir of Zir. Because you might finally see what your build can actually do, you know? Maybe the ramping will be going places. What's the flash eater board for now in the build? Oh, I think we have either amplify. If you choose Reapers instead of Defenders, well, I mean, the resistance is explained in the latest video, Simey. In case you missed that part. With the resistance, that's why we're taking the Tears of Blood for. So with the Tears of Blood glyph, our resistances are going to raise to a point where we can then use the bonus shadow damage. I mean, right now, I'm also not... Right now, chat, for this build, we're missing out on 21% multiplicative shadow damage that I'm essentially not using, because if I would be using it, it would make my dungeon clear harder. But also, without the Tears of Blood glyph, I would simply not be maxed out on essence. Maxed out on resistances. But yeah, with the Tears of Blood, that's going to change, and I can play things a little bit different. You didn't drop... Oh, there. Haha. I want to say you didn't drop a single glyph for me. Robbery. But he did, chat. They did drop. Oh, this one, you always want to kill this, like, Seaborn Goddess kind of thingy. Because how many times have I gotten, like, from this, like, a sigil? So You're a noob this season, not ready for AOZ. Hey, I mean, don't blame yourself for not being ready for AOZ, because simple matter of fact, like, no one counted that we'll get this much more content, right? I mean, like, obviously, as it was announced. We knew it was coming, but technically, you never knew that at the end of the season there will actually be a big content patch. which is usually... Oh, that is another butcher. Oh, this is actually interesting. So we killed the butcher with the blood build already, chat. Now we're killing the butcher with the shadow build. The advantage of the shadow build is that due to the bone storms and the way how we're playing this, and the way how everything is going, the butcher can often just simply not kill us. And this is where I think like this build could work very well in the Abattoir of Zir, because you know I'm just undying, right? So what's the butcher gonna do? He's gonna kill me? No, he's not. Exactly. I can't die, and he's just stronger than some random dudes, right? So he can't kill me. I might take time X to kill him, but he's also alone, so my damage is like less efficient than it would be, and he has life regen, so all these things coming together, right? Why are we dashing so often through them? Well, it's mainly to have my cooldown just really low on my on my things. So absolutely Abattoir of Zir ready, because he can't kill me. Butcher, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm stronger than before, the butcher was just always strong. Oh, another one. Let's go, child. That's what we're talking about. No, actually, I learned this sigil powder farming like the hard way in season 1, because in season 1 I had the problem of wanting to craft tier 100 glyphs and just not having like enough dust. Because crafting tier 100 glyphs is just pain, right? I mean, you might craft like until you finally have a tier 100 glyph, you might craft so many until you finally get one. And then when you have it, you also have to beat it and then hope that another one is dropping. Jesus, tier 100 glyphs are just pain. Do you have this Necro build online so I can check the Paragon board? It was uploaded, Wolf, this morning. So under the standard video tab, you can see this very build. Sorry, I didn't put it in the description of this YouTube video. I usually try to put the Necro tier list in every YouTube video description, so you have that ready. Because the Necro tier list is literally where you find all the resources. Just got Razor Plate as a drop. Don't worry, me too this morning. I really liked it. I was super happy. I didn't hate it for a single second, because why would I? Maybe because it's completely useless, but no, why would I do that? That makes no sense. So we could go to the boss now, but it just makes no sense to just run to the boss, because all of these dudes here, all of these lads, there's a chance to essentially get another hammer sigil here, right? Half fortify going on. Still feel like I kind of want to slam in Sanguine Brace permanently. Because we all know that Prayer on the Weak is kind of like bugged, and you don't need the vulnerable from Prayer on the Weak in this build, so kind of like interesting. I am very impressed how much better the build is performing. I mean, the build was already strong, but due to the changes I did this morning, it's so much better. You know? Also, chat, one little secret that no one has talked about for some reason, but in the Abattoir of Zir, the control glyph is returning. Okay? In the Abattoir of Zir, finally, after all this time, after saying the control glyph is useless, it is returning. Because the bosses can be stunned. Oh, your pulverized build gave me my Uber Lilith kill. Thank you, Dandrith. It was like the pulverized druid versus Uber Lilith was probably my favorite Uber Lilith try so far. Because it was just so simple to murder. Why do I have this helmet with me? Oh, I marked it. Yeah. I was for a second confusion. I was accusatory glances. Oh, that's a high roll corpse tunnel. That's a high roll shadow blind. Oh, that's a high roll shadow blind. What? Okay. No complaints. And high roll shadow blights are so rare. Because right now, this is what I'm saying. Look at this. 113% instead of 120%. Doesn't sound like a lot, but let's be real. It could be so much more, right? Why not get the max? What's the control glyph? Control glyph is here. Control. Boop. That you're getting 20% multiplicative damage against stunned enemies. And that used to be not viable, or used to be just worse than some of the decisions I've recently taken in my glyph department. But with the latest findings, with the latest updates, and with the latest AOZ knowledge, it's worth it again. Okay. I have to say I'm getting mildly bored by the Sigil Powder farm. So we're probably gonna do some. I'm probably gonna do some Duriel soon. There's some Duriels I have to do as well. But yeah, like, you know, there's only that much Sigil Powder farm I can do without getting just absolutely bored. I think like the combination of like doing actual whisper events in together with spamming Nightmare Dungeons did. Like if you're just doing Nightmare Dungeons, you're not just living up to the full potential of what it could be, because you're simply just missing out on the full tier possibility that like you just get safe from sigils, from Tree of Whispers, especially since Tree of Whisper. It's just so simple to do. I mean, when a Helltide is up and you're essentially not Helltide, when a Blood Harvest is up and you're not doing the Blood Harvest, you're the idiot, right? Honest, that was a lot of massacre. I'm kind of bored if you're watching you play it. Honestly, Sorkin, there is the Abattoir of Zir left, and then we're kind of done with this season. But also there is no other game I want to play right now. So that's like we're in a pickle here right now. When I could play Hearthstone Battlegrounds, I could play Teamfight Tactics. So all these games are still on my radar. All these games are still on my interest, right? There's no game like I really want to learn, find out, grind out, do things with right now. But there's nothing like super crazy going on in that regard where I really feel like losing my virginity to. That's it's probably like right now a little bit of the pickle where I just like Hearthstone. I just like Diablo so much that, yeah, just where I spend my time with. But I'm feeling you. Like the Diablo tiredness for the viewers is I mean, reasonably kicking in. When it helps, obviously, that this is producing content for my YouTube videos, right? Remnant 2. Oh, Remnant 2 is amazing. I'm almost about to beat it. So yeah, I mean, Remnant 2 is fantastic, my friend. I have already, we've already been playing a lot of Remnant with Mr. Yuki. He's my partner for games like this. So thanks to your brother. Good choice. Like very good taste in games. But how do you know what you're getting for Christmas already, sir? Isn't that a bit early? Have I missed something? Are people opening their presents already? Where's my Christmas present? I'm gonna go right now upstairs and complain about my wife. But Lords of the Fallen wasn't bad, but it was also not good. If you played Lies of P, Lords of the Fallen was just a huge letdown because Lords of the Fallen had like 400 developers over so and so many countries, and it had like the AAA super giga mega funding, CL games whatsoever, yada 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 yada. So like, you know, technically Lords of the Fallen had it all, and still they had nothing in comparison to NeoWiz, which was like this tiny company literally make like a non-AAA indie Souls-like game, and then just turning out to be the best Souls-like game of 2023 single-handedly. And if you haven't watched my Lies of P video yet, by the way, high recommendation. They're very good. In the search build, where you're putting the Zir rune, also in the Flesh Eater board. Same board, Flesh Eater. That's where it's landing in. We'll have after day 1, I will update the Blood Surge build because like I need day 1 experience right now for the Abattoir of Zir to then essentially update the Blood Surge build, because that's what I'm looking forward to. You know, like get the day 1 experience, update the Blood Surge build for you, get you like how the Paragon board should be looking and how much the potential is, because obviously we all want to, or I don't know, what's your goal? Chat, what's your goal? Do you want to push far or do you not want to push far? Do you care? Are you happy? Are you happy if you get tier 10 in the Abattoir of Zir, or do you want to be better than all your friends? But what's your personal goal you're setting yourself for the Abattoir of Zir? I mean, for me, obviously, I want to get to tier 25. That's my personal goal, and I want to be the best Necro ever. So if I hear that a Necro, like if I only make it to tier 20, but any Necro actually beats tier 21, I'm going to be like, ha 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 ha, fuck you. I'm going to grind out until I have that beaten. You know? The game is so hard, you're going to pass the event. Yeah, but I mean, you could still farm tier 1 of the Abattoir of Zir, which would be worth it, by the way. A recommendation. 25 with Barb, Rogue, Druid. That's a good roster. I think my Druid will make it very far, but going to try anyways. I mean, if you do Pulverize, I think there's a ceiling, definitely how far you can get. Well, I don't know how good the Glyph is going to scale damage-wise. So I feel like Pulverize might get to the point where you're not having the damage. But then again, we're getting 800% multiplicative bonus damage on top of what we're actually dealing. So I think no one can predict reasonably how much impact the Glyph is really going to have. Because, I mean, plus 800% damage, and then on actual overpower damage, which scales anyways already very nicely. And then essentially having another scaling factor on top of that with cheese and cream. It could lead to some crazy values that have never been there before. I mean, it will definitely, but maybe that's like it for overpower. We don't know, you know. That's where I'm putting my hopes a little bit in overpower builds, because that multiplicative bonus damage with the Paragon boards that I've cooked up should be working out so damn fine that we're gonna be a menace. I'm using Shred with Druid. Well, Shred Druid is obviously broken. Come on, cheater, Panty Eater. Shred Druid. Bringing a bazooka to a gunfight. Okay, where are we at? We got another... Just spend my old bolts. 26k. Ladies and gentlemen, only 4k missing. We're making progress. Ladies and gentlemen, we're making progress. We will buy a lot of helmets now. No gloves. I still hope for new gloves. I'm a very simple man, chat. I still hope for new gloves, even though I have been continuously disappointed, let down, spit on, and saddened, ridiculed. I don't even want to look at gloves anymore, you know?
I see that look in just tell your friends.
30k, yeah, I would be happy with 30k Sigil Powder. Man, I just can't be asked for more. I just can't be asked for more. I mean, seriously, come on now. Okay, critical strike, overpower damage, max roll, the rest is shit. Yikes. Lucky hit chance, ranks to bloodlines, and the rest is shit. Shit. Okay, and sadness from here on out. Well, that was quick, ladies and gentlemen. Max life, vulnerable damage, resource generation. That one is technically not bad. If I could get a critical strike damage max roll, but for that I would have to get a critical strike. This is critical strike damage, barrier generation, and why could you not have like... No, you could have been the chosen one. Have been the chosen one. How many steel? How much steel do I have? I have like gazillions of steel though. Tormented, endless, and tormented. Go away. There was just a Legion event happening. As we can kill. See, we can quickly kill the PvP bosses for whispers. Your search build is zoom. The search build is ultra zoom. Honestly. I'm in need of a gaming headset. I want to know your opinion on good ones. Well, I do use SteelSeries headsets. Right now I'm using SteelSeries speakers. I generally recommend SteelSeries wholeheartedly because we have a code that is called P4wnyhof for 12% off. I am a wireless geek, so if my headset is not wireless, I lose my shin. I'm sorry. I've gotten to the point where I really do appreciate having a wireless headset, and I just simply don't want to use a non-wireless anymore. So the Arctis 7, for example, is really good. I use the Nova Pro Wireless, which is their latest. But no matter what headset you're actually using, chat, you should check out SteelSeries Sonar. Because SteelSeries Sonar is software for your PC that will improve your audio by tenfold, and that for free. And it actually works not only with SteelSeries headsets, it works with any brand headset, which is the crazy part. Is it better to put Grasping Amulet on Bane on Amulet? Yes. So Grasping Banes is better because it's 60% multiplicative damage, whereas, and that is always on, Beldy. So the Grasping Banes is always on, considering that you're always corpse tendriling more or less. Whereas the blighted aspect might just simply not be always on, even though it is almost always on, but just simply not. Always. Okay, there's no boss right now. That has me saddened. Lightning ball sword. Keep lightning balling. Yeah. That's where you make that decision. I got a SteelSeries mouse. Thinking about getting a keyboard. Also good wireless keyboards. I mean, I have a SteelSeries mouse too. The official Diablo SteelSeries mouse, chat. This is the official Diablo one. From their official Diablo 2 merch stand. Diablo 4 merch set. We get the whole box. We gave the headset away to a community member. Even though I also wanted to keep the headset, but we had a giveaway where the headset went out. I mean, I might ask if I could get like another package at some point. But yeah. That was cool. Collector's edition hype for you. I mean, I often do want to keep these things for myself, but then I'm like, I already have a headset. You know? I already have a Nova Pro Wireless. Isn't it a little bit gritty to keep another Nova Pro Wireless only because it is the Diablo version? You know? I mean, yes, I want it. Yes, I don't want to give it to you because I want it myself. But then again, it's kind of like... We also had a Diablo-themed Switch, guys. We had a Diablo-themed Switch that was sent to me as Diablo was released. And I was like, wow, this is cool. I want to keep it. But at the same time, I was like, I already have a Switch. Like, you know, Fortnite gifted me a Switch. Thank you, Fortnite. So what am I going to do now? Am I going to keep both? You know, am I going to give you the old Switch and keep the new one? That was kind of shitty, right? So I obviously gave away the Diablo-themed Switch, and I still cry about it every night because I like it so much. It was looking so good. Oh, no! There's a barbarian, chat. You see? Oh, did you see him die from shadow damage? He's just running away. Oh, cutie. He literally noticed how much shadow damage is just absolutely killing him, and he ran away. Ah, cutie pie. I mean, seriously, if you want to be the big boy PvP barbarian engager, you at least fight to death, right? You just don't run away. How's your setup that your microphone isn't picking up your speakers? Oh, that's very simple. It's a directional microphone. Like if I talk here, it still works, but less. And if I talk here, it still works, but less. So, and if I like, you know, if I do snip my fingers behind the microphone, you don't hear it. So it's a lot of quality sound setup thingies just. Is this the new Gigadot version? Yes, it's the Gigadot version improved. But the funny part is, so chat, the funny part is, okay, we made this new improved version. We made a video about it. Then we made a guide about it in the written form, and the written form guide has a better Paragon board than I have right now. You might not want to believe it, but it is what it is. Like, this is the Paragon board I have right now is a worse board than it actually exists in the written form. What can I say? Sometimes it do be that way. Okay, that is another femur. Let me actually put my... We'll wash some resources back. Up over. Okay, we should be at 27k right now. 20, 26, 27. I mean, end of the day, 10 glyphs is like 1.3. 1.3? Yeah. It was relatively fast. I'm always doing the wrong. 27. Woo! 3k more, ladies and gentlemen. How many eggs am I at? I only have 2 eggs. I think I want to do 2 Duriels. I don't want to do many Duriels today, guys. Just 2 would be happy for me already. So let's quickly farm the resources for 2 Duriels, then invite the community, then farm some more Sigil Powder, okay? Sounds good. And we'll also update all our things for tomorrow. Also, chat, I'm not sure we're going to have 2 streams tomorrow, only 1 stream. So we will have an evening stream tomorrow. That's for sure. So I will stream in the evening. But I'm not sure if we're going to have a morning stream. So if there is going to, like, I mean, if there's going to be a morning YouTube stream. Because I probably don't plan tomorrow morning to play Diablo when I plan to play Diablo tomorrow evening. So we'll probably play a variety game, but I'm not sure if I'm also going to broadcast that over to YouTube, you know? So just for the heads up for the YouTube viewers, I might be playing a different game, but I'm not entirely sure if I plan to create a live stream on that too with a multi-stream. Let's see if that makes sense. How long does it take to get a new character max level if you're completely new? 12 hours? 14 hours, completely new. Wow. 15? Maybe 15. It's relatively quick. Like, it was really straightforward too, which is a good thing, to be honest. The max level is not that long anymore. When does the patch drop in normal time? So tomorrow, 7 p.m. German time, the patch should drop. No, wait. Yeah. 7 p.m. German time, right? 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. Good beam.
I cannot use that.
Do. Come on, crit. Don't be a loser. Okay, now we're gonna kill some Gregors. As a new player, though, it'll take longer than 15 hours. But, well, technically, if you're actually watching a... How do I say this? If you're actually watching a guide on how to level quick, and if you're using a proper leveling build, then I think you're gonna be relatively quick leveled up. That's useless and useless. I mean, let's be real. Leveling up is relatively streamlined right now. No, it's a sadness. And it's like so fast, like stupid fast. Oh, critical strike damage with bone skills, intelligence, critical strike chance, and ranks and blood surge. Not even sure if that is better than my current bone gloves I'm having. It's a 5% critical strike chance. Do you know how long it is ago that I have ever seen a 5% critical strike chance freaking glove? And yet we can't use it. Okay, we do 2 more Griggs, then we do yeah, we do 4 Griggs, then we do 2 Duriels, then we farm more Sigil Powder. Sounds good. Are there places where you can look at what builds are meta and what not? Well, so there is the max roll tier list, but I will already say there is a problem with the max roll tier list. Okay, so let me pull up the max roll tier list and we can talk about this. So technically there is a tier list. Technically you can look it up, and technically it also says some things. So if here, for example, so Hoda Barb is currently number 1, right? Because Hoda Barb is just that good. All of Lightning Sword as well. They're probably S tier for the Abattoir of Zir right now. Then you have Poison Shred Druid, Upheaval Barb, Twisting Blade Rogue, Rapid Fire Rogue, Arclash Source, and Penetrating Shot Rogue, with a Walking Arsenal Barb as well. They're all A tier. And then Necro is like kind of considered B tier, but here we already have a problem. It says Infinimist, but honestly, Tempest Storm, Gigadot, anything is better than Infinimist. So Infinimist is already the wrong term here. Bone Spear Necro is definitely more than B tier, especially when you play the tanky Bone Spear Necro, so it should be A tier. And then Bloodlands in B tier is just an absolute fucking joke. Especially when you consider that Blood Surge Necro is C tier, and that's where Blood Surge Necro should at least be A tier or B tier over the Bloodlands Necro, and there's no single question about that. The same goes kind of like for the Blight CE Necro, which is kind of Infinimist, but just better, like makes no sense. And Severed Necro being the same tier with Blood Surge is just laughable. Bone Spirit and Pure Summoner being down here is fine, Shadow Summoner as well too. But you kind of notice where the point is, like all the Necro rankings in comparison are down to the builds they're making. So if they made a certain Blood Surge build, and now I've been watching Voodie, for example, who's a max roll guide maker, right? And Voodie played a Blood Surge build that is not good, you know. So he played a Blood Surge build that is not good. That doesn't even have a candle to the Blood Surge build that I am playing, and that's probably down to because he's not a main Necro player, simple as is, you know, and therefore it's kind of like, if they're now rating the Blood Surge build so bad, it's because of their own experience with the Blood Surge, right? But if their own experience with the Blood Surge is lacking, you know, then it's obviously kind of like... Yeah, I mean, Gravity, we're never said that Voodie is bad or anything. You don't have to defend him, you know? There's like, this is simply just the reality it is, you know? But if you're then rating the character from your standpoint of how you're playing it and your build is just not good, then obviously it's going to land in a lower tier. And that's what I'm saying. Like the tier list is not bad. The tier list is usable, but in the grand scheme of things, you're missing the fine, you know, like a tier list doesn't tell you anything. You gotta look at the respective builds. You gotta look at single-handed builds and see if they're good and if you like them or not. Like a tier list won't help you there. You know? We'll see in a couple of days. Obviously, we'll see in a couple of days Gravity, you know? But that still doesn't change anything I just said. Marco's the guy who rated the Necro builds. I think they don't rate them like this. I think they sit together and talk about it, you know? There's like, they have a meeting on the Maxwell thingy and just compare them to each other. So they all give their opinion because they're all very experienced players. I mean, they're all play everything, you know? Also, I know that Voodie's the rogue guy, Chad. But that doesn't mean that they're not giving their opinions on their respective things. I mean, I don't work at Maxroll. I don't know how they're doing their list, you know? We know that Macro Beer Boy is the Necro builder. Yes, Sinister, you're not telling us anything new. Yeah, but that's just me with tier lists. I'm just generally not a fan of tier lists. I don't make them myself really much. I mean, my tier list has no real rating. It's just about, well, what most likely won't be good. No, I think it's easier to say what won't be good than what will be good, because you know in Necro that the summoners will be trash. Done. Check mark. Anything that is summoning will be trash for the Abattoir of Zir. Let's not talk about it. And then afterwards, like saying what's good is just we'll just have to wait and see and experience. When I have 2 builds, I'm willing to put through the paces. I have 2 builds I'm willing to put through the Abattoir. Actually, I have 3 builds that I'm willing to put through the Abattoir that I do believe have decent chances of performing well. And then we'll see if not. I mean, Legendary Master, you seem to just come here to be a twat. That is very cute, actually. But keep in mind that we don't give a fuck about you. So keep on losing, sir. Just not here. It's cute, though, guys, how Legendary Master wanted us to go back to Modern Warfare 3. That was his first message. You know, so that was his first message, and now 10 messages later, he turns out to be an ass. Who's surprised? What a cutie. Imagine having a category that only has 3,000 viewers and trying to disencourage content creators instead of lifting up content creators. It's almost like you don't want the game you actually enjoy watching to have any relevance on Twitch. Right, Chad? This is always, by the way, a big confusion to me, because you obviously do want, you know, a game to succeed that you like to watch. And then you turn out to be an idiot. This ring is amazing. The problem is we don't need a ring for Shadow. Like, it's crit damage, Shadow damage, damage to Shadow damage over time, and lucky hit chance. It's everything. We just don't need it. That's sad. It's sad. In every single way. I'm very sad. Oh, it's also bad. So rank of Colossus blood. I wanted max roll intelligence percentage amulet. That's what I really want. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, essence cost reduction, but not for this build. For a different build would be good. Sadness. Block him. No, I just banned these kind of weirdos. I mean, he's probably gonna go to the next stream and be like, I just got banned on this stream for saying my opinion. You know these kind of people, right? By the way, also, Chad, don't get me wrong. It's okay to find that a streamer's build is bad. That's totally okay. But you know, after you said it the 4th time and no one was interested in your opinion, like still trying to get a reaction to that is just desperate. You know? So joining a streamer's stream, trying to tell the streamer his build is bad, you know, not getting a reaction to it, keeping on with it, despite you seemingly not enjoying the build or the stream, is just desperate and sad, and you should seek help. I got a question about the Zir Shadow Necro. Why does the build not use Fortify Vamp Power? It does use the Fortify Vamp Power. Did you not see the full video? Helpful? Or like the video from today. Like we're using the Fortify Vamp Power, essentially. I mean, it's either the Fortify Vamp Power or Undying. I haven't decided on that yet. It's like going to be 50. I'd like to donate 5 Duriel runs for you. No, we can do 2 Duriel runs, E-Rock. I have the materials for 2 Duriel runs, so we're fine with that. But I'm not going to steal your Duriels. Thank you for offering, though. I appreciate it. It's on the planner. Well, helpful Bardo. We explained it kind of like in the video, right? In the planner, we still have it like to that degree because, again, technically Prayer in the Week is still the best choice if it was them working, which it is not, sadly. But you know, it was already said in the video. Overpower critical strike. Oh, critical strike is low roll. Why do you have to be a low roll? I've yet to find a overpower high roll amulet. Okay, chat. I need 3 people to do Duriel with me. Who's joining? I need your Battle.net ID. I don't need a me or a here. I'm ready. Come. Who's joining? Crazy Shorty. I like your name. Me or here get to straight up timeout. What Necro build are you using first? Blood. Definitely blood. Simon, you can come. So we'll definitely do blood simply because I think blood will just perform the best from all the builds. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, despite the tier list saying blood is C tier, right? That's where I just simply do not believe that blood is C tier. Yes, I accidentally just teleported back instead of walking through my where I was supposed to go. Oh, by the way, we have to actually close Photoshop. I don't know why we still have Photoshop up in the background. Bloodlands? No, Blood Surge. Bloodlands is trash. I don't know why anyone would rate Blood Surge, Bloodlands good in comparison to Surge. You know? Come on. Mr. P-Ball, you are added, hopefully, and we'll see about that. Marcy's added too. Marcy, if you need to have crossplay settings enabled, just saying. You don't have crossplay settings enabled. And whoever is fastest, by the way, gets in. First come, first serve. Simple. Are you using Flicker Stab? Yes, I'm using Flicker Stab blind because Flicker Stab is just good. Sorry, Rio, we're full. Okay, Marcy, we're also full. And Flicker Stab is just also perfect for the Abattoir of Zir, right? Oh wow, that's just so weird. I'm a simple man. I'm just trying to run out of the thing. The final day before the Abattoir of Zir comes out, ladies and gentlemen. The final countdown. Doo-doo-doo. I just lost the YouTube live stream. Come on, come back, YouTube live stream. Where are you? I just lost you. I just lost my chat. Come back to me. Okay. No, I don't. I think, yeah, I have you back. No, I don't have you back. I have you back. Okay. Sorry, chat. I lost you. Are you using Doombringer? No, this is Grandfather. I have Grandfather because I was very lucky to pick it up, and that's why we're running around with it. But I'm actually not going to be using Grandfather. It's just more like a nice to have. I would like to try out a Doombringer, so I would genuinely like to try out Doombringer to see if I can make it any good. You know, you have mats too, Sammy. How many Duriels do you have? Let me summon first. Hey. Oh no, we're missing Verna. Verna, where are you? Verna. Three Necros do Duriel. See, this is actually going to be a fight, Chan. Doesn't happen often, but we're actually going to be fighting Duriel. Yes. Everyone likes a good Duriel fight. Not one where he actually dies in a second. This is You might have not seen this very often, chat, but this is like how a Duriel fight actually looks like. You might have never seen this on another streamer's stream because they just one-hit Duriel. So this is Duriel's faces. You know, he goes in, he goes out, he comes out of the ground. He's like, blah, 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 blah. And then he summons like Duriel bros, right? And then you do damage to him, and then he rains those little maggots from the sky. Yeah, Duriel actually has faces. And like, he can also swallow you whole, like, you know, like a freaking anaconda. Like, he swallows you in his belly and then he spits you out again. It's like kind of cute, to be honest. Okay, I'm not sure what we're looking for here. Just can't get it to work with Necro, so I put it on a rogue. Yeah, I mean, it's like a rogue. Necro does not need Doombringer in any capacity, but there might be a world where you can still make it work. But it most certainly doesn't need it in any capacity. Right? Okay, a new one. This is critical strike damage with bone skills, and that's it. Wow, yikes. I was like, was trying to get happy, was trying to get hype, was trying to get pumped, you know? Turns out, sadness. Healing received, damage reduction while fortify, essence cost reduction, ranks to fueled by death. As much as I want like things with essence cost reduction, it just doesn't do anything for what I'm planning. Are we going again? Yes, we're going again. It just takes me a while to reset things. You know, I'm slow. Please don't pressure me. Slow. I like your Bloodlines build is not good enough for AOZ. I don't think so. The problem with the Bloodlines build is that it just clears mobs slower. And we all know that the Abattoir of Zir is all about group clear. And the Bloodlines ain't just that good at group clear. I mean, it's good enough. It's good enough and it ramps up nicely. But it might just be a bit too slow. You know? So I will definitely try out Doombringer if I ever get it, right? Which I will never get. My hopes are not very high. There's something very weird about Blood Surge, guys. About Hemorrhage. And I noticed when you're using Hemorrhage to make a bonus... Look, I'm standing here, right? And I'm making a bonus Bone Storm. It's around me, not around him. And when I make a bonus Bone Storm, it's again around me. So there's something weird of how the Hemorrhage damage position is being calculated. Because, right, I'm not standing on the dude. I'm like standing in Narnia, but the thing is like happening around me, not around him, which is kind of like a little bit weird. Which is good though, because it allows me to actually make very, very easy bonus storms without a hassle. Right? Necro's the best. Necro's brilliant. That's for sure. And I can understand why some people don't want to play Necro because they find it personally too slow. But they're just missing out on the fun, chat. Rodriguez, thank you for the 51 centuries. Monday Monkey with the 5 months. And Fisk with the 64 months. Merry Christmas. Good to see you there, lads. Thank you for the support. Also, chat, do not forget to see if your Prime Gaming sub is available somewhere on Twitch. No, right now. Boots. Critical Strike. Bloodlands. Critical Strike. Low roll. That is a 2.4 seconds, but it's a whole movement speed, all stats, damage reduction. That is a very interesting roll in total, right? I mean, it just has everything maxed out. Like, see, my boots here have all stats, movement speed not maxed out, ultimate skill damage maxed out, damage reduction not maxed out, but 4 seconds. This boot here essentially has everything maxed out, right? Is that worth it? I mean, it's 2.4 seconds instead of like 4 seconds per dash. So it's worse against bosses, but it's better against Rabble. Because if you're pushing through Rebel, like, you know, I only need 4 opponents to max this out. This one is maxed out with 3 opponents already, right? Fish monkey. Fish monkey. Are you a monkey that's fishing, or are you a fish that's a monkey? Wait, isn't fish monkeys, aren't these the tiny thingies that you can buy? Aren't fish monkey, weren't there something like these tiny thingies you can buy? Something? I'm not sure. Yeah, everything maxed out on boots, but all stats in 3.2 seconds. Exactly. Like, it might be worth it to consider this. It could be a minimal upgrade, right? Sea monkey. Oh, is it sea monkeys, not fishy monkey? Ah, Jesus Christ, you're right. Sea monkeys. I just remembered monkeys something, but I'm not sure if it's sea monkeys or fish monkeys, you know? Did we not reset? Did we not reset?
I'm not ready yet.
We didn't reset yet? Yeah. Terrible, terrible. Hmm. I mean, right now, the only thing, Red 2, I literally missed your sub, yes. Red 2, I did miss your sub, and I'm very sorry. And yes, it's the multiples time I have done so. Thank you for the 56 months, Red 2. Thank you for pointing it out. I must apologize. Also, Red 2, I finally understood your profile picture. What it actually is. Took me a while. And now I've seen it in bigger picture. Okay. I want this one, by the way, on 40%, Chan. Yeah? Look at me. Look me in the eyes. This is a horrible roll. I need a better roll. Also, technically, my Ring of Sacrilegious Souls is also horrible. I need to actually swap my good Ring of Sacrilegious Souls between my Necros. Because I have one literal perfect roll, right? So I have one roll that is godlike. So I need to think about like, you know, re-rolling that one.
I need more time.
Look at my bone storms. My bone storms are amazing. Give it a lick, just like lemonade, lemonade. Do, 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 do. Okay, did I just make like a bunch of... Oh, okay, this is crazy. Can I make bonus bone storms while I'm standing in a bone storm with this? Oh, we need to test something, Chan. We need to test something that is not supposed to work this way. And what we need to test is if I can make bonus bone storms inside a bone storm with hemorrhage, because it seems like I can do that. That's weird. That would make my life vastly easier. And it also, we kind of cheat code. Okay, please, ladies and gentlemen, raise your arms in prayer. Right now. I need you to lift up your arms in prayer and hope for a very, very amazingly rolled amulet. Okay? I'm looking for Banished Lord's Talisman max damage roll. 60% overpower, 40 intelligence, damage to slow, damage to stunned. If I get this one to roll over to... critical strike damage, it might even be worth it. It's an 84% roll. I might as well just shoot myself in the face, huh? Need damage invite? No, Malcolmore, we're good. We're intentionally struggling. We can with Metamorphosis. We know that we can with Metamorphosis, so that's a known thingy. But it's more like the question with freaking, like, we're gonna try this out right now. We can actually try it out here. Should be working. Mm-hmm. So, all I want is that talisman. I know what you're talking about. So if I'm making a bone storm, right? I am not allowed to make bonus bone storms unless I am actually like outside of my bone storm, correct? That's the only way how to make bonus bone storms. But if I'm standing like now very close next to Duriel, he's in my bone storm. I'm making bonus bone storms. Look at me, that's multiple bone storms, even though I'm... Huh. I just made 2 bone storms, even though I'm standing there. Yeah, this is like 3 bone storms stacked on top of each other. That's interesting. That's very interesting. The problem is like I can't do my skills while I do that, but in order to get my bone storms tacked up, so again, I'm trying to always have 1 bone storm up, right? So that's important because the bone storms this what keeps me alive. But if I can forcefully stack the bone storms like this, especially on 1 position, that is quite useful. So to say. Movement speed, damage reduction from distance, curse skills. Nope. 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 Super nope. Yep. No. Overpower, low roll, critical with bone skills. Damage to shadow affected. Critical strike chance 3.8. Lucky hit chance and damage to close. Not horrible. Not horrible. I mean, interesting enough, chat, here, this is still a 780 ring. Yes, I'm running a 780 ring because I have not yet found a better ring. I am struggling to essentially find a better ring than the random 780 ring. Because this one has high roll overpower, high roll fizz damage, high roll max life, and high roll resource generation. The talisman becomes nerfed this patch. That is Selig, not Banished Lords. Banished Lords will get not nerfed. Selig will get nerfed. But Selig will also not get nerfed. Selig will just be put the way it's supposed to be. Okay? So that's the difference. Like, there's not a nerf happening. Like, people might call it a nerf, but if something is like getting just literally put the way it's supposed to be, because right now it's overtuned, or it's not. It's like working better than intended. That's just literally like fixing an item, you know. People will yell nerf and they'll grab their knives and start stabbing, but we all know what it is. So again, we're standing right in him. We're pulling out our thingy and we're just making more bone storms. Not this time, Satan. Not this time. By the way, the new Paragon board, guys, helped me to regularly put out higher overpower damages, which is actually interesting. I wasn't aware that the new Paragon board could do that for me, but it's doing it for me. That makes me very happy. PvP has like 5 people playing anyways. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not a joke. Who plays PvP anyways? It's Duriel's final day. No, Abattoir of Zir. Chat, Abattoir of Zir. We're farming Sigil Dust today. This is literally my first tiny break I'm taking from farming Sigil Dust, because we've been farming Sigil Dust like an absolute crazy monkey. And I just needed like a break for a second to not like be just going crazy. But it's the final day to prepare for the event. I mean, technically you can also prepare tomorrow still, but where's the fun? Okay, no. That's a corpse explosion max roll though, which is nice. Bone skill damage, darkness skill damage. That's a barrier max roll. I need that. That's another flicker stab. This has less movement speed, all stats. Yeah, that's a horrible one. I can eat my booty hole. A booty hole. Total armor 16%. Doombringer, do you need it or do you want it? Does any build actually need Doombringer to really be good? Honest question. Oh, did I reset the dungeon? I didn't, right? Holter Barb needs... Wait. Are you saying Holter Barb can play Doombringer and Grandfather? Oh, great. That's cool. That's really cool. Holter not needed. Well, considering that you want to push tier 25 of the Abattoir of Zir, I think it's like needed. So, right? And melted and shakeout. Yeah, I mean, it's more ridiculous that it can just get both weapons and both weapon bonuses, right? Because like I have Litless Wall and I have like my thingies. Does Barb get all effects at the same time or only the weapon he's wearing at the moment? You know? Or how does it work? Because all effects at the same time. Well, great. I mean, I have minions I can sacrifice, Chan. Listen. It's not... I have minions. Oh, that's my children. Beer back. Honestly, who let me die? Who let me die? Who let me die? What was the best class in season 1 too? You bet, but I don't think you should look at that. What's the best class? Because leaderboards are going to be class specific, Chan. Okay? Leaderboards. Leaderboards are class specific. Game super lucky for anyone else right now. I had some intense lags a bit ago. So yes. Critical strike damage. Damage over time. Basic skill damage. Oh, damage. Ooh. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have found an update. An upgrade. Maybe. For the shadow build. I'll need to triple, quadruple, double check that. But might be good. Did we reset? Did we not reset? So what other weapon can Barb wield? Is there another unique weapon Barb can put on top? Can you put the Butcher's Cleaver on too? Can you literally wear like 6 unique weapons as a Barb? Or is there a limit to it? Like you're not allowed to wield 4. You can wield 4. Okay, that's cool. I'm talking about needing more aspects, right? I want more aspects. But it's probably not worth it to put on 4 unique weapons, right? Probably. Please tell me it's not worth it. Don't ruin my day, Chan. No, don't ruin my day. Yeah, it's not worth it, but Grandfather and Doombringer can work. I mean, we settled on Grandfather and Doombringer can work already a while ago, so I'm okay with that, you know. I'm super okay with like you being able to wield both while I'm not even able to use one of them. You know? I feel like Necro should be able to one-handed, two-handed weapon. Yeah, I think that would be only fair. Like realistically, that would only be fair if Necro could do that. Hoda still needs at least 3 aspects on weapons. Oh no, boo hoo hoo. It's you need at least 3 aspects on weapons. I'm happy if I have 1 aspect on a weapon, sir. I am happy if I can have 1 single aspect on a weapon. Okay? Because my offense is always taken. That is almost looking good. Okay, do we have 1 more? 1 more? What? 3 unique weapons are used in double swing bar. I like that. Honestly, it sounds very expensive though to get everything like that together, you know? Yeah, Lilith is too good right now. Honestly, for the Abattoir of Zir, where you're gonna get jumped by 3 guys that want to mug you, right? You're literally being attacked by guys that are trying to mug you, and like there's nothing better than having a shield that not only can reduce their damage tremendously, but that also gives you infinite scaling barrier, and will make sure that you're not ever a one-hit. And I don't know how to convey that, how amazing that is, Chan. You know, I don't know how to tell you how good that is. Farming for Ubers is pain. Well, you can't really farm for Ubers because realistically, like after 1,000 Duriels, you might still not get it. Welcome to Varians. Welcome to Statistics with Ponyhof, where like you might literally never get what you're looking for. Thank you very much for listening. I don't want to be the bringer of bad news, but realistically, you'll never get what you're looking for. I think Barb should be allowed to wear an additional shield on his back. I am with you. I'm like, you know, why can we not put shields on our backs? In Call of Duty, that's possible as well. And they even protect you while they're on your back. You know, listen, in Call of Duty, when you put a shield on your back, no one can shoot you in the back. So why can I not do this in Diablo? I think that would be only fair. And everything else is scam, to be honest. The word is scam. Okay, lads, thank you very much for these Duriel tries. I appreciate it. Oh, I didn't want to lock out of the game. But thank you for the Duriel tries. I need to check equipment and check if that one is actually better than what I have right now. Only Barber Moreau can use multiple weapons while using a two-hand. Yeah, I mean, we just made the video about Rogue, about Necro being a completely flawed concept. You know, don't worry. We just made that video about Necro being a joke a day ago. We're still playing Necro though. But don't get me wrong. I do believe the whole Necro class is a goddamn joke and it's a complete failure. But it's still my favorite class to play. So here we are playing a joke. Right? Simon, thank you very much. What weapons is this Necro using? Wand. Always wand. It's never anything else but wand. Always wand. Okay, so what did I wanted to check? I wanted to check if my flicker step... So wait, I need the 2 flicker steps in there. I need the wand in there. And I needed the one. So I mean, I know you have more runs, but I'm not, you know, I can't do more. That's like, I can only do that much Duriels before I get bored. I mean, Necro can be the weakest class. Necro can be faulty. Necro can be flagging, right? And we can still enjoy Necro, correct, Chad? I mean, all these things can be true. All these things can exist. But at the same time, we can still enjoy Necro, right? We can still think it's the best class in the game. For fuck's sake. Okay, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. So my current wand has all stats, intelligence, critical strike damage, and damage over time, right? This one has critical strike damage at a similar roll, damage over time at a similar roll, then damage to slowed enemies. I will have to admit that my current stat wand is just better. It's just better, right? I just don't say, can I re-roll a stat on that wand even still? I can re-roll the all stats, but what would I re-roll all stats to? What other stat could I... Can I shadow damage over time affected? I can get that, right? Potentially. Do we want to re-roll, chat, as preparation? Okay, let's see what other stat is possible. Come on, this is where we're already. Is it yes or a no? Are we going for it? Is this a mistake? I mean, all stats is not bad because we need intelligence, so 38 all stats is pretty good. Well, we could alternatively get damage to affected by shadow damage over time. We could get ultimate skill damage, which would be nice. Vulnerable wouldn't hurt. All sets is pretty good. Yeah, considering that intelligence helps. I mean, I'll keep this weapon. I don't see me replacing this, but one thing I can do is I can finally put on the 120% roll, because I did get myself the best thing in the world, and this is not just a tribute, Chan. I did get myself a... Where is it now? Here, 120% roll. Now, this is the maximum damage. 120%. Well, I gotta decide if I put it on my amulet or my... Yeah, I still need it on here. That's fine. The max roll here. Hard choice. So that one is... See, by the way, people were asking, what is the perfect amulet for the Shadow Necro, guys? This is the perfect amulet for the Shadow Necro. Shadow damage over time, right? Total armor, ranks in all corpse skills, and ranks to the Gloom passive. It's just beautiful. And the only stat I could reroll on this one would be total armor, right? Yeah, total armor, which I'm not going to touch. I mean, my chest is also perfect. Like, it has shadow damage, total armor, max life, and damage reduction from distance. My gloves have 4 ranks in blight, lucky hit chance, shadow damage over time, and critical strike chance. And I've literally not found better gloves. I've been absolutely unable to find better gloves. This is it's so uncool, so uncool. I mean, these gloves I have here might actually be better for the Blood Surge build. So let's actually check, because I've been grinding for 9. Wait, where did the gloves now just go? Right, I just had gloves here. Oh, there they are. Jesus. No, where they are. Did I already put them back in? Wait, what? Where did they go? They were just here. Am I just blind? It's not them. Not them. Just pull them in. Just pull them in. Yeah, there they are. Jesus. I was... What just happened? Necrominion is still not viable. Well, Necrominions can kill Uberlilith, can clear tier 100 dungeons. Necrominions can be decent, but just not good enough, you know? Can the build be done without Flicker 7 T-Bolts? It can be done without Flicker 7 T-Bolts, but it's terrible then. And can the one be swapped for Black River? Yes, but it's also terrible then. I mean, it's possible, but, you know, it's all terrible. So sure, you can replace these things if you want to make the build worse. Okay, so we have... critical strike chance on these gloves. We have an equally terrible overpower damage roll. We have the ranks of Blood Surge. We could re-roll the dexterity into lucky hit chance, right? Just thinking about if I, like, because it's 925, but it'd have 15% lucky hit chance roll. Do I need the 8% crit? I mean, I'm at 20% crit. I get another 40%. I get another 6%. I get another 20%, so technically I don't need it, but practically it's so much better to have the crit chance. Right?
I cannot do that here.
So Necro needs like so much, like the whole minion concept just needs a whole rework. There's no question. I play. Thank you very much for your support. I play. Good to see you there, brother. Do appreciate it. Do I now want to waste money on this, guys? Lucky hit chance, 7%. It's not a max roll on lucky hit chance. That's even worse. I'm getting teased, Chad. It's teasing me. He gave me the taste, and now I'm hooked. Now I'm hooked. Now I'm never going to stop rolling until I have a better lucky hit chance. Oh, God, this is horrible. I don't have the money to do this. See, I'm definitely mentally not built to gamble for this. I'm stressing out already. This is not okay. Not 9%. 9% is good. I'll take 9%.
I cannot do that here.
Can Blight or Blighted Corpse Explosion crit? Blight, the initial damage can crit. So Blight has two things going on. Blight has two components. The first damage and the damage over time. And the first damage can actually crit. The second damage can wither crit. Okay, chat. Which gloves are we liking more now? So the other glove, I will lose 7% overpower damage, right? And I'll lose 1.2% lucky hit. But I'll essentially get another 12% critical strike chance. And we're currently at 3,300. Like this, we're at 3,236. But I get 12% critical strike chance. 12%. Oh, we do need prayer on the weak in this build, by the way. Christian is way better, Ryan. The problem is, so as you can see, this is a glove now that has a 50% low roll on Blood Surge. I don't think I possess a lower Blood Surge roll. That's my problem, because Blood Surge that's a 52%. That's a 52%. I have not lower than 52%. Why do you have gloves with willpower? Well, willpower is overpower. You know? So it's not, there's nothing bad with having the willpower stat, worst case scenario. So I just put that 52% willpower on the gloves that had 50% per Blood Surge Nova. You know, the old gloves that already had Blood Surge Nova on them. Or screaming, yeah, it's okay. It happens. This I blame it on live streaming. Blame it on live streaming. Blame it on you, Chan. I'm gonna have a 53%, so could be worse. I have a. Oh, why do I have so many of these amulets? Seriously. I have a 57%. I have a. That's it. 3%. Well, that's the only thing I could find better now. And the biggest problem is I might be saying that's the only thing I can do better right now, right? But the chance to actually get a better one for this is like, it's so non-existent. Like I might as well just search forever and never get what I'm looking for, right? What do we need? We need one single ferocity. Great. Okay, 3 ferocity, one here, and 1, 2, 3. I'm just disappointed that I don't have more Blood Surge things happening. It might be on my other character. I actually have to swap over to see if I have one more. I mean, this is like literally the only thing we can get better at this point. Focus.
Just tell your friend
Bloodwave fires twice. Let's see if I have one more on that. Because this is really where it gets weaker, right? Should level your rogue with Blood Harvest. Soon you need more pacts. I have enough blood to make pacts. So you can actually make pacts with potent blood in case you didn't know this, chat. Okay, These are all barrier high rolls because this is a barrier low roll. So I need to anyways put a barrier high roll on this. There's this bunch of things I can still improve. Right? We have, wait, what do I have? I have corpse tendrils. That's a 17. That's a 17. That's a 17. Why do I have so many 17s? That's a 20% corpse tendril roll. Yeah, I think we have to put that on the other one. And then we're just ready, right? And again, I just hate losing the 4% damage there, right? That's something. That's a big loss.
I cannot do that here.
Sadness. I mean, we need to put this on our wand, and I don't think I'll get a better wand if I'm honest with you. Not much. Better wand, unlikely. I mean, overpower is what I need. Critical strike damage is what I need. The rest is bonus. Intelligence will be better. We'll take what we get. Okay, now let's go to the... Where is... Let's put it on the right thingy. Grasping veins. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 20% roll. I'm doing myself very, very bad at putting like 20% rolls on anything because I'm just like, can't do that, right? You can't waste them, Chad. What if you find a better item? Listen, Chad. What if you find a better item? Right? That's my thought. What if we find a better item? What if? What if? Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to put ourselves against this little dude here, right? We're going to activate our Bone Storm, and technically I cannot get another Bone Storm. But if I'm currently spamming this guy with just my right click and then I go away, see, these are multiple Bone Storm. And now I'm spamming the guy again, and I'm standing in a Bone Storm. And now I'm getting one Bone Storm on me. Now I'm getting another Bone Storm on me. And now I'm getting another Bone Storm on me, which is impossible to get. Now I'm being here again. And we get one Bone Storm, and there's a 2 Bone Storms. I don't know what it is about this. Might it be together with the... But you notice, like, we can't get... Like, as long as I'm in a Bone Storm, we can't get more Bone Storms. But right now, with the... Yeah, you notice? Like, we're standing inside the Bone Storms, but we're getting actually new ones.
I need more time.
Like, if I would use Blood Surge right now, correct? Like, I use Blood Surge... We're not getting bonus ones. They're just running out. But here again. I mean, like now you can essentially, like, you're holding down your right mouse button. Okay, that's the trick. You're holding down your right mouse button, and then you're spamming 2. And whenever your mana's out, your 2 will instantly overtake and do the thing. That's crazy that I can just get multiple Bone Storms like this. Yeah. I like it. I like it. But for Necro so weak, you shouldn't feel bad because what's the joy in blasting through high nightmare dungeons when it's so easy? You know? There needs to be the struggle. There needs to be the battle. Needs to be the pain. Okay, we do want like the maximum movement speed kind of technically. I mean, these movement speeds is only 19%, where the movement speed could be like 26%. That like would make it stronger. We copy it now and we'll put have it the new glyph. I mean, it was also in the new video. I don't know why everyone is confused about what to put there as you have it in the new video, because you just put the amplify glyph in there so far, right now, currently, Iggy. So you're taking the Shadow Necro, and we can actually do the Paragon board new right now because I need to do the Paragon board new anyways. So we're going to this refund. Then we're open Mobalytics, guys. Mobalytics is love. We're going into my Where do I go back into my builds? Always hard to find my own builds, you know, for some reason. It doesn't let me just go on my profile, so I need to essentially find my own builds if they're posted, you know. That was Bone God. That's my Bone God Necro. Your community builds. Wait, community builds this week. Necro. Usually my builds are up here, so I find them all, you know. Oh, this is the best AOZ Shadow Necro, tanking millions of damage. That's me. Then we're just pulling this up, and I can see if we can make this even better right now. So board one is essentially going to be the Scorch Glyph. And for the Scorch Glyph, you want maximum intelligence. So we're going to put the... That wasn't the Scorch Glyph. Drinker, control, darkness. Are you Scorch Glyph? Imbiber? We get intelligence here. We got intelligence here. And that's enough. Rest you kind of don't need. I kind of wish I could like forego that one somehow. Okay, then we changed how we're actually getting into the Flesh Eater board because there was a better way into the Flesh Eater board and it was really worth it. So we go 1, 2. Better where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, but the 6 doesn't count because it goes in here. This is where the Tears of Blood glyph would come in right now. But since we don't have the Tears of Blood glyph, we're essentially putting Amplify in there, right? But that's literally where you would play Tears of Blood. Right now, it's Amplify. Then we're going to the Flesh Eater, and we're getting the critical strike damage. Now you have to go left side out, because again, what you're going to do is you're anyways going to take as many stats as possible for the Tears of Blood that's going to be in there, right? Now we go into the Wither board. Wither board is just beautiful. Damage reduction. Huge portion of damage reduction. Huge portion of damage. Bonus damage versus elites. Then we're going from top here because that top here allows us to go back on top. I want to put the darkness glyph in. That's 45. We're currently only going for 40. We're not putting more in. That's important. Then we're going up here into the... And technically I would go up into the Bone Graft board, but can I do the Scent of Death instead? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should work as well, right? Yeah. So we're going to take the Scent of Death instead of the Bone Graft. And we're going to enter from the lower side, because the lower side allows us to go for 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's in, dex, Bob. And then again, the next critical strike. Which brings us then down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would currently be the exploit glyph. Exploit could also be changed for territorial, technically. If we think about it. Exploit. And now that we're here, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Which gets us into the Bone Graft board. And on the Bone Graft board, we can go all the way up here to squeeze out more HP. This HP is something that we might not need in the long run. We'll see about that. And then here we're locking in the control glyph. Control glyph is like so easy to take. Interestingly enough, we can't even go technically over this. That's another intelligence. Intelligence. Take the all stats, right? And then intelligence. Intelligence activated. So we activate this. And now the intriguing part is we got 13 points left. And we don't need the 13 points for anything, okay? So we don't need the 13 points for like any kind of min-maxing, right? So this glyph is where it's supposed to be. This glyph could be getting more damage, but here's the question, right? What does more shadow damage use me when I can get an overall damage multiplier? So right now, as you remember, the Tears of Blood glyph needs one thing, right? It needs the maximum points in. So what you're going to do is every 5 core stats, it gets stronger. So right now, we beef up the last intelligence notes that we have here. Then you can also go for these two. And then you essentially have almost, apart from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have everything taken. This is how the Tears of Blood is going to be, right? Most likely. I'm not sure how big the overall radius is going to be, but this would be for the Tears of Blood. So we're already with this build ready, and we can even weasel out more points because again, you see the Scorch glyph here has 65 points in, right? So technically we can remove another 3 to get another 3 in. So everything is still possible to be somewhat swap-a-doodled around, swibbity-swabbity. So we can get even more out of this, right? I mean, there's some willpower missing here, by the way. A question about the 60 willpower gloves. But yeah, we're essentially ready while we're already prepared for the Abattoir of Zir chat. Yeah, I hope you like what you see, ladies and gentlemen, because that is also it for today. Thank you for coming and watching. This was a brilliant stream. I enjoyed the Abattoir of Zir preparations. Tomorrow is going to have an evening stream. I am not sure if we're going to have a midday stream as well. Maybe a morning stream with a different game than Diablo, because I don't want to play Diablo then tomorrow and tomorrow evening. That being said, I wish you a great, fantastic good time, night, evening, day, everything. Don't forget to watch the YouTube videos if you want to know more. Check out the other builds, the Necro tier list, everything. The VOD of the stream will also go live on YouTube, but later tonight. Until then, good one. Love y'all. Goodbye.